It's just like we could see Simon edge it out just on the brawl for brawl aspect. Dust 2 will certainly be a brawl, but I also do understand where you're coming from with a 2-1 scoreline for that Simon camp. I don't think it's a. I think it's a massive loss they've taken today in the standard department for Hard Legion. So, yeah, it definitely feels like for me this is going to be a Simon victory, you know, and certainly not a result that the invitees would have wanted to see here, Dwight, but one that they'll have to suffer with nonetheless.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is you got to think for Simon. You know, these guys have come in from the Swiss stage, now made it into the playoffs, and they've looked really good. They've only dropped 2 maps in 4 best-of-3 so far. They went 3-0 in that Swiss stage. They were able to get a 2-1 win over Tic-Tac-In yesterday, which was good to see that there wasn't another upset potential from the Puggers. So Simon, they've got into this position. They've grinded hard, and you've got to think for them, this is going to mean so much more. The grind in 9-5-2 to try and get into the semis.
It's our pistol round to open things up. Hard Legion starting things off over on the CT side of Train, winning their knife round, getting that CT pick as you would expect at this stage. But Simon here with the double flashes on the utility setup, but basic pistols and Kevlar for everybody else on the server except for Nealon. So Hard Legion expecting to win this on fights alone, which is certainly a dangerous strategy given the current circumstances. But Rage will get that first pick out towards Ivy, taking out KDO to kick things off. Can't get the second frag on the bomb plant. Another tease start busting in. Kinky is going to fall next. Norbert round the back of Red, taking out Bodyan, quickly dealing with a 4 versus 3, 4 versus 2 as kills come to the stopper. And Mo gets the kill out towards Ivy. So Rage left alone. And there's going to be a confident pistol to start things off for Simon.
I'll tell you what, that was really nicely done from Simon. A lot of the time on T-side pistols, you kind of want to use a bit of utility, whether it's a 5-6 smoke or a back green, but they really didn't use a lot of utility. They actually tried to take the fights before some of the flashbangs even came out, and we saw that for Hard Legion, they got that opening kill. Rage was able to put it into a 5-on-4 advantage for them, and Simon, they got into some really great positions with those Glocks, got up close and personal, very deep into the site around that bomb train, and fired the first pistol round. So 1 on the board for Simon, but they need to face off against the Force by now from Hard Legion.
That 10's in for KDO first out. Bodjan quickly dealt with a simple spray down to the next man out here towards the old hell position. Kinky at least gets a trade frag, but $1,200 gained by the SMG, so not a major worry there for the economy basis. Bomb make his way out to the B bomb site, meanwhile planted down immediately. Yeah, not wasting any time. He's got no Kevlar, so it's best just not to fall down at all. 4 versus 3 for the retake. Hard Legion probably going to get locked out here. I don't see a way in. They may even consider saving their Kevlar.
Yeah, that's probably what they're thinking about, right? Simon have been able to completely open up B. Hard Legion are sticking around for maybe a little bit too long, seeing if they can find any exit kills. And well, Norbert in the back line is at least going to take down Forrester, meaning Kinky's going to be the only one to potentially try and save onto this deagle. But not even that's going to be possible. That was a really nice round from Simon. So we saw a little bit of an outer hit coming out, at least a lurk from T-Con and from Pop Dog. And they realized the fact after finding a couple of kills out from KDO that, hang on a minute, there's actually quite a heavy stack towards the A bomb site. Let's just run out of B. They get a couple of players running out from Heaven, open up a bomb site. 2 rounds on the board. Relatively easy stuff.
Yeah, very few casualties sustained, so I wouldn't even call it relatively easy. I'd call it pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Simon, the AK upgrade still with the Galil and the Mat 10s in play for this moment. Taps up Rage with the Deagle down on Keels, kicking things off on the right foot, but unable to get the second follow-up. Eventually we'll get swung in by Nealon over at the Pop Dog area, so 4-on-4 situation. Maintaining as much control as feasibly possible here, but certainly control held by the Simon squad as they just look to dismantle whatever they have on the CT camp and push into what seems to be the A bomb site here.
That Molotov gave Mo a little bit of information that there's a player towards back green in that hell position. A lot of individual fights to start the round off from Simon. So that does get 1 good kill and another player of Nealon quite low. So a bit of damage done, a couple of kills and potentially a 3rd, Jay.
Yeah, forcing him to peek into this low HP player, but nope. Nealon shuts him down, expecting that player to come through, grabbing all the AKs here for the T side camp. 3-0 start for Simon. Hard Legion with the AWPs out already here on the first rifle round. But same could also be said for Simon. They're also going to use what money they've got to buy in for Mo. Mentioned that AWP, seeing what he can do and seeing if he can get impact here on the first map of Train. A map that is very viable for the AWP. is played out initially into the default positions, and he's playing alongside his teammates over at Ivy. Got Rage set up outside of the Ivy position as well. So it could be a bit of a big challenge coming in from both Warpers.
And keep an eye for Hard Legion on trying to have a bit of movement around Ivy. We've seen Rage being very successful so far in these past few rounds in finding a couple of picks. This time around, though, this is such an aggressive AWP angle out towards T-Con. Simon have got to be ready for this because this is a very uncharacteristic play from Rage.
Minute to the clock. And this AWP, I think it's scoped in T-Con, so they won't know that it's there. But being so close, if he gets rushed by 3 players, surely he's going to at least be traded back by the Simon camp. They're watching out for this, just sort of slowly placed outside of this one. I think Mo's going to flash his teammates in. Neon takes face, shot misses out, second chance lands the kill. M4 out here for the trade back for a 2 for 2. And a 3-on-3 situation gained by Simon.
Hard Legion could probably be pretty disappointed with that. They should have come out there with a man advantage and opening miss shot being not connected from Rage, but Kinky's going to at least be able to find the 3-on-2, and from here they can force the rotations into A.
Kinky falls back to Norbert, 56 HP for the man. Damage done to Mo as he falls the Forester over in the Ivy position. 2 kills the lone T-side player, and the bomb's been dropped out in the open. 20 seconds, and now Forester's going to gain more map dominance. Eventually catch him in the back, take that spray, take that kill, and take the first here for Hard Legion.
And I tell you what, like, even though it only turned it up to be a 3-on-3 taking that T-Con control, I like the idea from Hard Legion. For most of the first 3 rounds, we didn't really see any aggression, nothing towards, you know, deep Ivy, nothing out towards Brown Halls, not really anything towards the Pop Dog position either. So trying to get the intent of getting aggressive, seeing if you can force the fight early. A great round in the end there. We see some really nice trades coming out with the M4s, 1-on-1 out for Hard Legion. And for Simon's sake, they're going to force the issue once again going into round 3, but I don't think they've got money for the AWP from Mo. They certainly shouldn't have enough.
Force out here for the T side. A tactical pause, as you mentioned, coming through from Simon as well. Probably going to be more disappointed with that round than Hard Legion were disappointed with their initial T-Con push. Figure out a way to make this next round work as well. It seems like they don't want to let that go away so easily to the Hard Legion side. Also knowing that the economy is going to be very limited. SMG and 2 for Masters. So all in all, actually, Simon might come out with a better buy. I mean, yeah, they've got a Deagle out on Mo, but they've got 3 AKs to try to counterbalance it. And already they'll use those AKs to good use. Kinky down low HP to start things off. Simon set to the Brown Halls for the B-side execution.
Oh, lots of util coming in for the T-side. This has to be a really quick commitment. And they're actually waiting quite some time. This is going to allow a 3rd player to rotate a B.
For Masters are out, SMG comes back in for King. He's still waiting on the bomb site, gets himself 2 picks, but Mo, in the end, gets the 3-on-2 scenario for the Simon camp. Looking for a bomb plant here as they make their way back out position. The timing could have been awful there for the likes of Mo, but Forrester will just get a nade in against him, start moving around, seeing that SMG, but can't connect the frag, and that'll be a missed opportunity there for Hard Legion. Just backed up, back behind the red and oil trains. Making their way past Summit spot as well to the default plant position. And Simon swing, they get that kill. Savat left alone in 1 versus 3. This is a round that should be on the felt board here for Simon.
Oh, Mo, not quite the deagle shots that we're looking for, but it's going to be the teamwork that closes out the round for Simon. And I'll tell you what, one thing to kind of keep in mind there that Simon are going to have a pretty good idea about, they just threw util at B, like they didn't even run out yet, and they were already rotating a 3rd player over. So you've got to think maybe we can try and get a lurk out towards Pop Dog, or maybe we can fake B and end up going A. Because for Hard Legion, they didn't really actually have a lot of information there. They just went off the basis of how much utility there was.
AKs in against the basic pistols on the eco round buy for Hard Legion. Things are not looking amazing at this stage here. Imagine the T-side to take control at this moment, and you know, for Hard Legion to lose this level of control on their CT side, it's not an encouraging little sign. Don't look the best of starts here for the CT camp. A 1 versus 4 for Sviat here with a P250 and nothing else to try and make their way into the bomb site. And yeah, no real way to deny this 5th from coming in from Simon. Maybe an extra frag and he'll get that much at least, but next face will be his last.
5-1, you're absolutely right. This needs to be a bit of a better start coming out from Hard Legion, and you've got to think, if they don't win this round, they're really going to just lack in control of this matchup and give the confidence for Simon just to run away with it on the T side. Get that orb back out to Rage and maybe just try and see something different. You know, go for some aggression out towards Brown Halls or just try and do something to catch the T's off guard. Because for Simon, all they're really doing at the moment is just defaulting and continuing to find opening picks.
Upset M4 at the ready. 3 players coming in. 2 rounds this corner. Simon have no idea, but KDO turns it around against Sviat, regains the IV control. This KWP out here for Rage, trying to see if he can do some damage. Norbert on 4 HP, but Nealon gets that pick. Body and takes out Mo next to return. Nealon trades back once again. AWP scene 1 towards Old Hell, but Norbert on the bomb site deals with him. And Forrest left down towards Connector. Swing on the first man, takes him down, and gets Norbert for a second pick. HP advantage, swing on the way of this lone CT. KO to force forward, and he wins the fight as well. A 6th on the board for Simon. A very well played, a scrappy round, but a well played round nonetheless.
I don't care if it's scrappy. Honestly, the thing is, as long as you're getting rounds, as long as you're feeling confident, then for Hard Legion, it's only getting worse for them. I mean, Forrester's reading this so well. The read on where that 3rd player is, that really could have been a 1-on-3, but KDO wins out a fantastic gunfight. And Hard Legion, they are even forcing the issue going into round 8. They're really struggling at the moment. They just need to find some success. Simon 6-1 up on the T side of Train.
And the opening kills come through despite losing the HP advantage initially on the force back here from Hard Legion. The economy is really spiraled out of control for this CT camp. Now we can see very clearly why Simon would pick a map like Train. They are very, very good on it. I think he makes his way up and out to the Brown Halls area. He's going to get covered up by Nealon. Low HP for that man, so he can get taken down. Norbert can trade all the same. So 4-on-3 situation for Simon. A good start on the trade game.
And they're just waiting for aggression. All they're doing is just waiting in T-Con. Even the CTs are going to flash themselves in. KDO does get taken down, but instant trade. And this is all what's happening in this round, Jay. Simon found the opening pick. Every time Hard Legion respond, it was an instant trade.
Struggled a little bit to gain that control out in that respect. You know, the flashbang kept him blind, and the AWP barely finding its kill. Off the back of that A aggression, Simon going to rotate back to the B site. But Norbert, in particular, going towards upper, down the Brown Halls is where Keels make his way up to. And there's no one on the CT side to defend this bomb site. So they're just going to walk straight in, get a bomb plant, and force them to rotate back. Sviat and Rage will only know about this once the bomb plant is received. No information, no presence held by Simon to the A site. And I think Hard Legion are considering a save here. They're rotating out towards Ivy, staying in heaven, and they're not going to bother with this.
Yeah, no, they realize the fact that considering that was a force buy, that holding on to a couple of weapons is probably so much more impactful than trying to go for the retake and a disadvantage. At the same time, though, you've got to look at it and think, right, when do we kind of risk it and go, right, even though we won't have a buy in the next round, there's a chance of us getting 2 on the board? A difficult call to make. Oh, like, even that for Savat, that was not necessary. Why is he trying to take the fight there? For what reason does that help them?
I don't think he intended to. I think he accidentally fell off the ledge and down towards hell, so he had no choice at that stage because the info was given up. Because if you're going to take that face, you know, why would you drop off, lose HP?
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
When you could more safely sort of like make your way down the ladder, you know, like that's what seems to be the thing for me. Like, he clearly swung on Pop Dog, so he clearly knew there was a player there, so why take the dangerous face when you can take the safe one? You know, especially with the options to look up from heaven, look down onto the E-box position especially, you know, like that seemed like a bit of a mistake coming in from him. The nades, however, most certainly a good idea and a correct call from Hard Legion. Taking that first player down, Kadio's going to get pressured out. Kios turns around, but unable to get all the kills. 3-on-2 situation, big start for Hard Legion in this round. The bomb's going to get picked up. It can make its way towards B.
Yeah, Nealand's got to try and recover this, and I tell you what, Norbert was at least trying to go for a bit of a flank out towards B, but realizes the fact, no, my teammate needs me, we need to back up together. And Hard Legion was just a nade stack in towards T-Con. That's where KDO and Mo have been pretty much defaulting every single round so far. Forrester does not turn from the flash whatsoever. And finally, Hard Legion, a round that has taken quite some time to get a successful one through, but this looks really great. Kneeling on a 1-on-3. This is going to be a tough challenge.
"45 seconds. AK sneaking forward into Pop Dog. It's Forrester. Forrester's going to win that fight nice and easy. Nealand, I think, dropped to that last second, and the second on the board here for the Hard Legion camp. AK's recovered for that CT side. And yeah, Simon getting caught off guard. I don't think anyone would have expected that many pistols and that much damage to come through out towards the T-Con area, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was just a really smart play coming out from Hard Legion. Again, the fact is that Simon continuously played 2 players towards T-Con pretty much every single round. The nades start coming in, so much aggression. And Simon have to try and force off the back of that last deficit. Not the greatest of buys. Okay, I think we're going to get a round restart here.
Yeah,
by the sounds and by the looks.
Oh, we're about to get official confirmation in a moment. And it doesn't look like anyone's going to be particularly big about it. I mean, you can see Nealand on the mini-map. He's just sort of, okay, right. I thought he was like, you know, stuck in place running the wrong way.
Definitely not.
He's still alive for the most part, but, you know, like, obviously no one's going to do anything from this back corner of the T-spawn. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be a tech pause. So, official scoreline will be 7-2. Hopefully, we're going to match Medic to rerun things back to the way that they should be. I'm not sure what the tech issue is, but we'll find out, hopefully, in a relatively short amount of time here, Dweg. But, yeah, Hard Legion coming off a big momentum swing with 3 AKs into this next setup means that things could look actually a little bit more confident from them with a force buy back to come through from Simon.
Yeah, look, it certainly can. You got to think for Hard Legion, right? That's their perfect opportunity to start grinding up some rounds on the city side. They've found it really difficult in a lot of the gun rounds. They've kept some of them close. We saw that 1-on-3 clutch almost coming in from Forrester, but for the most part, Simon have just been outclassing them in their defaults. They're finding a lot of success. They're finding a lot of map control out towards A, which is probably the main point. The fact that they keep getting players into Olaf and Sandwich pretty much every single round. And Mo is trading really well with this AWP. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. This is new. Have we just not seen this before? Or like,
I don't think we have.
I certainly don't remember it.
Well, for those of you unaware, over on our B stream, we have Windstrike taking on Isoco Boars at this moment in time, and you can currently see how that's going. Windstrike, currently the expected victors, I would say, having a bit of a ball of a time on Vertigo. 7-3 on that CT board. I'm kind of excited to see how well Isoco Balls will try and contest against that as we get through our technical pause. At least we can keep an eye on this other match, of course, a very important one as well, because, you know, but all these matches go to the semi-finals, so a necessary sort of moment to take a look and see what's going on at the moment.
Certainly feel as if Windstrike are one of those teams in the last few months haven't had like a lot of online opportunities. I just feel like I haven't seen a lot from them recently. Actually, Nickelback is standing in because obviously Hobbit was playing for them, but now he's signed up with the Gambit Youngsters as their 6th man in-game leader, who hasn't played an official yet, but we'll see them a little bit later on today. So good to kind of see Nickelback still around. I know that he's probably played with these guys back in the day. Whose map pick is this, by the way? Do you know? I'll have to have a quick look.
It was picked by
Isoco Balls.
Isoco Balls. That's
yeah.
interesting, actually. I wouldn't have thought that would be an Isoco Balls map, but
yeah, that is a bit surprising.
Anyway, hopefully our tech issues are resolved relatively soon over on our main match of Simon versus Hard Legion. Right now we're just going through the motions of getting the technical pauses over and done with. I mean, I'm tempted to call this match, but I don't want to steal the thunder from the B stream, so I just kind of just like want to just keep discussing occasionally. Okay, we're going to hop back to our matchup here, but you can see, of course, if you want to watch that match, you can go to twitch.tv/TebTV3 to take a look at exactly what's going on over there. It looks like we're ready to jump right back into our 10th round here, Simon versus Hard Legion. The buy is coming through for the T-side camp. AWP is out for Mo. Didn't see that in the last round. Certainly a bit of a big firepower pickup right now for the T-side camp.
Oh, Mo, if he swings, he can be able to catch down Savat. He's so aggressive, and, well, there it is, straight away. Savat's just got no support there. They didn't smoke off Pop Dog. He had no teammates to back him up at E-Box. At just an aggressive angle out to T-Con, he started to fall back. Instant trade and instant kill going the way of Simon.
Orbs are scoped in, hoping for a pick or two. Nothing will be seen. 1 minute and 10. This clock, very slow defaults coming in from Simon, but they are wrapping over to the Brown Halls within about rough sort of time. T-side members scoped in, looking down the ramp position, looking on towards the upper area as well. Good shot from Rage, catches Kios, opens things up for the CT camp, a 1-for-1 trade. Initial part of things, Norbert catching Bodjan and Forrester completely blind. Kinky comes up with one good pick, gonna suppress the bomb here, and tap to the player at Marshmallow, but Kato gets that frag, and Nealon finishes off Rage. A good sequence to turn it right back around here for the T-side camp and get that 8 to secure the half.
Now, we haven't really seen many B plays coming out from Simon, but that was the first time we've actually seen a B play with a counter action over towards Ivy. And a lot of the times you see that in T-sides of BXs on Tier 2 Counter-Strike is that you want to get the Ivy player to pull distractions, to keep the rotators at A and get your T-side presence at B very deep into the side. The pop flash that goes out towards the B bomb site is absolutely perfect. Norbert's able to get a great couple of kills. The kills just keep going through, and Hard Legion, again, just no response to come through, Jay.
Flash is over, Orp set, ready for first contact, lands a leg shot and takes a headshot instead. That's definitely Mo winning out that fight. 5-on-4 already to start things off for Simon, looking particularly good here on the defaults.
Yeah, this is good. Very sharp indeed. Mo looking like incredibly strong at the moment. And it's good that he's very consistent. He's certainly, I would say, one of the players at the moment for this T side, which is helping them win these rounds on T. The riflers are chipping in, but just an AWP kill every now and then gives them such an advantage, especially when they don't get traded. Back over the B bomb site they go. There's only going to be a single defender, and look how back and passive Bodjan is.
Yeah, for Mars standing to try and take these players on, he just realizes it's probably not worth it to keep up the rifle, try to play from a passive position and wait for backup to arrive to him. The bomb plant coming down over the default areas. No real retake to come through from this CT camp. They have a diffuse kit with limited utility sets and, of course, limited man advantage of firepower, so they feel like it's best to save their weapons, look for exit frags, take some rifles out of the hands of the T side, and Kinky will get one rifle out of their hands. But nothing much more than this, it seems.
And nothing more. There's been a couple of Pop Dog challenges that really have not gone the way of Simon. They need to try and figure out a different way of trying to take Pop Dog, because pretty much every single time Hard Legion have taken control later in the round if someone drops down and taken that weapon away. And you've got to think, like, what are the comms here for Hard Legion at the moment? Because individually, you've got a lot of players struggling. Rage has just been out-AWP'd at the moment from Mo. Maybe just see if he can AWP somewhere different. He's been AWPing a lot towards back green and Ivy, and he found success in the first few rounds of the game, but it's certainly not been that case for quite some time now.
AK's out for Kinky, dropping AWP shot. You talk about the Pop Dog plays going wrong for Simon, and instantly Mo finds a response. I don't know how he wins a fight like that, but AWP should not be playing in Pop Dog, let alone that confidently.
Oh, here we go, Simon. This is what we're talking about. They're really fired up. You can see in round 12 the confidence is going their way. What was that from Mo to start off the round? And even for KDO, he spotted out 2 players towards Ivy. They could bring that bomb over to B. They've got the info that's 2 at A.
None at B. Taps up to the Ivy control now, knowing where most of him, all the CTs are set at here, and the HP damage is just so much that I don't even think that it's worth to go for a retake. 4-on-3 situation. Hard Legion most likely going to concede their 10th round. Oh, Sviat jumps and takes out Norbert to backstopper, so that's a way in. Plant down on default once again. The third CT is very slow in the rotation. Yeah, she does catch off Keels, but Mo trades back on Bodjan, so 38 and 13 HP for the respective players on the CT camp. Low for Nealon, but Mo gets his third pick on for his Quadra against Forrester. Flashbang in for the defuse kit as well. If he had a smoke, he probably would protect himself against the big green gun. He's there upper now coming out from Ram. Forrester taps it once. Deagle in, sees nothing, knows that he's safe, knows that this round is under Simon control because Forrester is not getting away with this defuse, not getting away with his life most likely. Make his way out of the danger, and actually I do believe. And yeah, he'll stay alive at least, but this is 10-2 for Simon.
No, this is scary, and Mo's just not missing at the moment. He's hitting absolutely everything. Some really crucial kills there in the post plant, and Simon are just they're playing with a lot of confidence, Jay. That's really how they're winning a lot of these rounds, and it comes down to the opening first 15-20 seconds. The fact that you got Mo just jumping down Pop Dog, getting an opening AWP kill, and then you've just got players running out from A also fragging. It's like, yeah, no, we've won the round now, pretty much, yeah. Oh, 10-2. This is worrying for the Hard Legion squad on CT side too.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's Simon's map pick, so I'm not too shocked, but this is just such a one-sided performance that I absolutely was not expecting. Martov's in, a big gap in that smoke to utilize. They gain the IV control and able to adjust against the CT lineup. Fast execute seems to be coming through here. A minute and 25, and they're just making their way up to the bomb site. Big miss from the AWP. M4 on site. KDO backs up Keels. In a 4-on-2 situation. This Bodjan that went down there. Nealon is able to be responded to at least by Kinky, but yeah, 3-on-2 for the retake. For Hard Legion, it's going to be as difficult as it ever was. They swing out from E-box, seen. Damage done to KDO at least, but the AK out here dealt with all the same. So chances rebought now by the Hard Legion camp. 2-on-2 situation. They're spread out from each other. They're denying the bomb plot. Once again, the partner will go down. Awkward spray from Norbert. Can't get the frag, and now he's in a 1-on-2.
Oh, awkward round for both sides, but for Simon, rather than committing for the bomb, they just try and take the fight. They realize the fact that both players are swinging out from that Pop Dog position to E-box, but maybe just trying to go for the bomb plant towards the back of a bomb train rather than going for the aggressive and fights. And you look at Norbert and you think, right, how's he going to even clutch this? Is he even going to get a plant through? They're not going to hunt.
I mean, we're going to dodge here to the back of the bomb train, and Forrester will quickly deal with the last man. So low HP and falls down to a third of the Hard Legion camp. Well played from Kinky and Forrester. A 4-on-2 situation to fight their way out of. They certainly could have lost control of that one, but keeping themselves alive and keeping themselves passive, forcing the mistakes out from Simon, and in the end, making a third happen to their T-side camp. Both those players on double digits as well, the only two for the CT camp. You can actually see the scoreboard here, and unfortunately for Bodjan, he's living up to worst case scenario, you know, for Hard Legion. We talked about obviously losing someone like Crad in favor of him, and I mean, the kill counts and the stat line just doesn't really bode well for someone like him to be standing in today.
Yeah, absolutely. You want your stand-in to be consistent. Maybe not always the top fragger, but certainly getting on the scoreboard and certainly struggling. And so are the B players. My goodness, a couple of opening kills instantly in the round. And for Hard Legion, they need to get aggressive. They need to try and take these fights back.
Rage will push, take damage, not get any kill. Get KDO as well. Look at how close he is. Going to get caught up on a player of heaven, so at the very least they are checking all their angles, and they are losing some crucial fights here and there. Can't find the responses either with the AWPs and the AKs, but Kios does take down Rage in the end. And the AWP scoped up to the site. AK's got information called towards it. Fiat goes down. Bodjan left alone. 2 kills in this round, on for a Quadra clutch. Backed up towards A2, faced in, losing his fight to Neil, and losing the 11th here to Simon.
Wow. Okay. Again, this is something that I don't think we expected coming out from Simon to be this dominant against a team like Hard Legion. And it's a bit of a statement to say, you guys are invited? Maybe we should have been invited, because they are really wrecking it on the server at the moment. And I'm surprised that we're not kind of seeing more tacticals for Hard Legion, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they've already checked out this map very early on. I mean, like, Train is still a good map for Hard Legion. You know, I was hoping that they hold some sort of contention, at least on the CT side. but obviously not. Sprays through from Norbert, looking to take on fights over in the Pop Dog area. Keels and 7 HP here for the Simon camp. Towards the Ivy challenge, you've got Sviat close to the server racks. Smoke suppressing him as further utility comes in from the T side. They're going to try and gain this Ivy control. Good swing, no kill, just damage, 5 on 3.
Just instant death coming out for Hard Legion. I've just checked the logs. We haven't seen a single tactical coming out from Hard Legion. We've seen one from Simon and a few technical, but to have not a single tactical being down 3 to 11 is a bit of a shocking kind of stat line, a bit of information. And you go for Hard Legion, like, what do you do here? 3 on 5, maybe try and gamble stack a bomb site. You've done damage onto Nealon and Chaos, but you haven't been able to find any kills.
Smoke's down, coming into block off connector and Ivy. It's Keels there with the opening pick on the AWP of the execution. 5 on 2. Footsteps being heard. If they drop in a Pop Dog, Norbert, at least we'll get caught off for 1 good kill. But as soon as that kill comes in from Kinky, it's traded right back by KDO. Podjan falling on the A bomb site. Swinging out towards Stopper as well, had no choice but to go for that retake in a 1-on-4. It would never have worked out anyway. 12-3 for Simon. What a half, and what a concerning little scoreline here for Hard Legion.
I'm really concerned. I certainly think mentally they're checked out of this map. They go, right, yeah, it's pretty much done already. If they had any chance of being able to put like a competent scoreline up, it'd probably have to be on that CT side. And to get 3 rounds is not enough, certainly. I'm just hoping that map 2 isn't kind of the same, Joe.
You can have hope. You can hope for €1 million with esports millions. esm.grid.gg if you want to keep up to date with our little competition. You can get involved from August the 6th as well. This coming Thursday on the first day of 9 to 5 Cup number 3. It's going to be an exciting time, I think, for everybody involved. I'm going to get myself involved. I want to win €1 million.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, me too. Absolutely. Who wouldn't?
The Fuse and Smoke for Kios. Smoke Molotov here for Sviat. Over on the pistol round. Simon probably going to clean this up, I'd imagine. Oh, it's Kinky with that opening kill. KDO does try and back in, though. 4 on 4. Swinging out towards Oil. Gets the headshot on Forrester. And Hard Legion do secure a bomb plant, taking a lot of damage across the CT board, but kills still coming through for KDO. Triple for him overall. Trying to make it a quadra as he rounds out towards the marksman position. Clocks out. Trying to take a fight here for Rage. Kneeling gets that next pick. Sviat is left alone. 1 on 4. 19 HP. No Kevlar. No utility. No chance of denying this defuse. This will be unlucky 13 for the CT side, but it's mostly unlucky here for Hard Legion.
I can definitely see that Svat is not smiling at the moment like he is in that picture. Yeah, look, that was... look, it's a bomb plant, so it's going to allow force in that next round, but, I mean, even for KDO, right, there's some really nice pistol shots to come through. And for Hard Legion, they found an opening pick, and then what happened there? They just weren't really able to find anything. The retake looked so strong.
Partially was down to the fact that nothing really came through for Hard Legion. That opening kill was traded so quickly. Not a lot of damage done to the CT cam versus damage that was done in troves to Hard Legion. But yeah, Simon looking real good. Rifles out against the Force by Legion have taken since they took on like Na'Vi back in the Clutch Island tournament. So
yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough here for Hard Legion. They will at least get 1 pick back, but everything else is just going to be a difficulty.
3 on 3. Mo tags up a little bit, but you've got to think still the City should be able to contend, or even for KDO, he can start to wrap around from red.
Well, he's got that scout shot. 2 players seen, bursting on 1 low HP player, 3 HP for Podjan. So next player to take his face, probably going to take him down. He gets that 1 frag actually. Here's the scout player next on. No, Mo drops him. And damage done at least here, so there's a consolation prize for the Hard Legion camp. But unless they force buy and punish it here and now, it's not going to mean much in the grand scale of things. And I don't think they can really save for overtime. Think about it, 12 rounds in a row for a comeback. And yeah, they agree with me.
Yeah.
AK's out for Rage and Forrester. Bodge and Kinky, Sviat to follow suit with a force up. And this might spell the beginning of the end, I think, for Hard Legion.
And you've got to think that for Hard Legion, they need Rage to perform. At the moment, he's only got 4 kills, having a very lackluster performance, one of the main stars of this lineup. at least going into round 18, they have got off to the right start. Bit of damage done to the T side. They find the opening pick, which we can't really say all too often. They're in a really great position now because even for Simon, they're not looking to over-aggress to give them any more advantages.
Minute and 15, and the CT set up here towards the Heaven area. Mo fighting, taking on Rage. The AK loses its duel. A big kill to lose. Second kill for Norbert, finds the second AK, and Bodgen at least will pick up one of the rifles. Flashing towards Pop Dog, seeing if he can find anything out from here. Bodgen still one of the lowest fraggers here on the Hard Legion camp. He's got to step things up and do some major damage if he wants to have any sort of chance of doing anything for this team, bringing any sort of comeback back for them. Press back in a 4-on-3. What could potentially be the 15th match point here for the Simon camp. And indeed, Nealon will swing out, get that kill. Bodgen with the bomb, dropping next. 2 kills for Nealon, nice and easy 3K. And yeah, he just continues to build and build and build for Hard Legion. 15 to the Simon board, and there's no coming back from this, I think.
Like a tower of Lego bricks. Just building. Having fun. And you've got to think for Hard Legion, you even look at their stats line in the last couple of months. This isn't a bad map for them. It's not as if it's an insta-ban. It's so surprising the fact that they've been absolutely slapped on this first map, have not looked competitive whatsoever. And for Simon, they're just having the funnest time in the world. They are playing with so much confidence, so many raw aim duels, so much success, and it's great to see.
Yeah, they're having a whale of a time. But looking at this situation, you can see Nealon taking out Bodgen just to kick things off. Out with the Tech 9, also dealt with back behind the E-box. Orbs watching out for players to take contact. And they'll do a little bit of damage on the initial facing here for the T side, but as Rage falls and Kinky goes down, Forrester last man standing, 1-on-5. And Hard Legion zips up in the body bag because they are done here on Train, and they have had such a one-sided showing up against them. It's not their map pick, but even so, 16-3 on Train, with major out-fragging numbers here for the Simon camp. I mean, I'd be lying to say Dust 2 did not look concerning at this stage, Dwight.
Yep, I'm with you. This is a really poor performance from Hard Legion, and not the way that you want to start off your playoffs being the invited team. 16-3, there we go for Simon on their own map pick of Train, like Jay just said. Dust 2 will be the next map in this series. Hard Legion's map pick. We're going to go to a short break, but don't go anywhere. Map 2 after this.
what we do here is go back.
This map 4 to 16 only 3 days ago, but at the same time you've got to think surely there is no way Hard Legion can not show up on Train and then not show up on Dust 2 at all. Like, I certainly think a 2-0 is a potential, but there's just no way that I can see Hard Legion struggling again in a second map of a series.
I don't know about that one. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's such an intangible sort of prospect idea to make that I'm not really sure. I'm not really certain it's a viable sort of like a point, to be honest. I think that you kind of have to go off of recent history, and let's be real here. Some of the elements of this Hard Legion camp were really underperforming. Again, I hate to harp on the guy, but Bodjin was just not performing at all. One of the lowest fraggers in the server. I think Ty was Fiat at the very low end of the board. And for that, I have concerns for Hard Legion in terms of their overall game into this series. Here on the T side is where they will have to prove me wrong now. Pistol round coming out, and Hard Legion will start things off on the right foot. Taking out Mo to kick things off over on the A long presence. Fiat here with his Glock out, smoke down for Nealon. Norbert finds a trade frag. That's a 4-on-4 scenario. Making their way out towards ramp. Only 2 players here. A fourth going to break away. A third still holding back towards the long position. The bomb plant we secured towards default. So retake mode now up for the CT camp. And Norbert going to be dealt with here towards Gandalf, it seems.
T's getting short control, ramp control. They've been able to get the bomb down in a 3-on-3, and for Simon trying to retake out from short. Great shot coming out from Chaos, and Savat needs to find the trades. Chaos again, or KDO I should say, with 2 couple of kills, and Rage has got so much to do, and even from here, what can he really find for this pit position? Trying to spam away with the deagle. They can stick this bomb. This is going to be an easy round up for Simon. Nealon just going to get it through in the end, and wow, what a retake coming out from KDO.
Oh, they did everything. Everything going their way at that stage. And the man advantage, they had the map control, they had the A set basically secured. You know, they were able to isolate one player towards back of Gandalf and no real support for him.
Yeah.
And the CT side still managed to turn the situation around. A first on the board here for Simon and Hard Legion. At the very least, they do have a buy up, obviously, with the bomb plant coming through. The Galils will come out alongside the Scout of Rage. But it is going to be the first pick being found by Kios here. Kinky at least finds a trade. Short control dealt with by Forrester towards the lower tunnel. So mistimed on that face. And Norbert gets a trade to a 3-on-3. Bodjin gets KDO over on the B side. Tunnels push. And the man advantage maintained by Hard Legion. Splitting out the CT defensive 1-for-1 on either side. Scout and an M4 to hold off against the entire T side.
The thing is with Mo, with that Scout, right, it's going to be really difficult for him to check both mid and the tunnels at the same time. But he's got to keep that as a possibility. Even for Bodjin, he pushes through that smoke and takes down Mo. This is going to open up the bomb side. And straight away, presence of B has been seen. Mo should get taken down. Finally does. And this should be a round on the board now for Hard Legion.
Norbert going to make his way quickly up into the bomb site retake position. He's got no kit. 1 flash for utility. He's going to wait for that bomb plant to be baited. I don't know if he made any noises, but he hears that bomb tap. Perfect timing for the face in from Rage. Takes the last man down. And there you go, quick response from Hard Legion, dealing with a disaster pistol, and just about dealing with a second round.
And that's a really good response. That's really necessary. They need to get off to a good start on Dust 2, put the pressure on early, build up those rounds, build up a bit of self-confidence, because, well, you're not really going to get any self-confidence on Train, would you? Getting slapped by, like, only putting 3 rounds up on the board. They need to get off to a good start. And Simon, well, they're going to have to go on their own force by back, and the challenge out towards long, it's only going to be 1 CT here.
Train with the Galil. First facing of the CT count, they get that first kill from Bodjin's AK. Double up for him, and already doing significantly better on his numbers comparison to the first map here. 5-on-2 situation. Simon with Nealon and KDO, CZ, and the Deagle set here for the force by round. Maybe they get some exit frags, maybe they get some rifles away, but probably not going to be a round that they can win. So we'll see a second round go on the board for Hard Legion. Awkward starts to start things off, but certainly a turnaround here on the rebuys back. Bodjin, they're going out against KDO, loses that AK, but now for him to save it is going to be his next challenge, and there's CTs all around him.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, to say the least. He's going to hear these footsteps coming out from Rage, and the second player in CT doing a bit of damage, but unfortunately not able to hold on to that precious AK, so he can't recover anything into the following round. And for Simon, you look at the money line, you look and think, oh, it's probably just going to be USPs. Maybe if they want to throw in a couple of P250s here and there, but really it's probably best just to go for the USPs.
Yeah, just getting picked apart towards the mid position for the AWP of Rage, finding frags. They are going to stack their way around, try to do some damage, but in the end cleaned up by the crossfire set from 3 individuals. Hard Legion making quick work of that USP eco round. And now looking towards the main rifles here. Simon's main concern is the M4s. No AWP to come out from the CT camp. The economy just doesn't line up for it. Same cannot be said for Hard Legion though. Mac 10's in from Bodgem with the AWP of Rage to play the mid control. And that Mac 10 actually is pretty useful here. No head Kevlar for 4 of the 5 CT setups.
But there is going to be a bit of a long challenge coming out from Simon, bringing 4 players out towards long. Look at the damage that's been done to the T's, but they still find the opening kill, and Bodjan's been doing so much work in recent times.
Well, Norbert going to try to see if he can work against him. Kinky finds that trade. 2 for 1 towards the long house position. 2 more CT still standing. AWP peeks in. Nealon gets that frag. Kinky turns back around on Mo, and Sviat swings on Nealon as well. 1 on 3 for Kios, and the aggressive forces of Simon have been shut down by Hard Legion's own aggression. No kit for this retake, and I don't think Kios is a way into this round.
Yeah, not really. Going to be another clutch attempt to try and come out for Simon. Now, at least taking Forrester, it's some 1 on 2. Going to start to maybe try and reposition and come in through CT. But you've got to think, considering that they completely bought here, they're not going to have anything in the next round, so you might as well just try and go for this.
M4 looking in. 1 kill found. Not quite the second, unfortunately. Kinky with his 3K. And a great recovery there from the Hard Legion side. 4 to 1 on the T side board, and we're going to get away 5th here. Start things off well enough against Simon. So not the same level of confidence to find here as a comparison to the likes of Train. Simon did pick this CT side. They, of course, won that knife round. And they will have to reap what they sow here, and they're not sowing much. Half buyout, Kevlar, upgrade pistols. Looking towards max loss bonus for their reinvestment, and the rifles to come out in round number 7. For now, there should be a simple take of the B or A bomb sites. They're splitting out from the tunnels in the short area. 5 on 3, 3 on 3 actually. KDO and Norma do chime back, so damage done. Rifles picked up. Norma, however, will fall back in the midst of the flames. I have no idea why you pushed that. Yeah,
look, that was a bit of a questionable play. They were maybe just trying to see if they could catch some T's off guard or something. I really don't know what the decision-making was there, but for Hard Legion, they've been able to deal with the upgraded Deagles relatively well, and I'd certainly see for Simon... Oh, knife!
Oh, no. Oh, Kinky! Why are you stealing it from your man?
That's just disappointing, that is.
That is.
Oh, well. Better luck next time. Haha, nice one.
Well, next time there'll be rifles in play, M4s, AWP across the entire CT board now. The AWP of Rage, going to try to find something to work with over on Suicide, expecting a boost to come through from the CT camp. But again, 4 players out of Longhouse. This worked horribly for Simon last time, and again, they're going to lose that opening pick. Nealon solo to death. Mo's there to cover him off, get a trade back to a 4 on 4, and Norbert chimes back into a second pick. So this time, the trades go well for Simon.
And it didn't start off fantastically, but falling back, Hard Legion just kept committing to the fight. They kept wanting to try and win out these trades and find more advantages, and unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out that well. They can end up trying to go for the B split and see if they can force the CT out into the open. If they can force Nealon to peek, they can turn this into a 3 on 3.
Instead, they force Body on the face out, and KDO punishes him for that transgression. Sviat and Rage, last 2 players, and the bomb out in the lower tunnels. Hard Legion losing control of this round off the back of that longhouse play, and they just lose everything off the back of that. The round is just falling apart. Looking for a second on the CT board. For Hard Legion, the real meat of things is going to come down to the response round. So they've got plenty of cash. They can reinvest even after losing all 5 players from here. Run boost for the AWP, it seems to be coming through. Towards Shaw, going to be heard by Norbert now. They know what's going on. Both players set, both Molotovs out. Sviat first head shot, actually gets the kill back on the man, so they might secure a bomb plant at least.
The more damage they can do, the better. And 2 on 3 post plant. Bomb's going to get planted out for long. Now, for Rage, it's going to be really difficult to try and cut over towards long, so probably just try and stay onto the site. Sviat going to turn it back into a 1 on 2, and Rage with the AWP.
Chance available. 2 kills to find. Oh, the adjustment shot misses. And KDO gets 3 picks. Double AWP save for Simon here. First time we'll see the double AWP setup. I think even out in the series, I don't remember it coming through on train because Simon didn't really need it.
Yeah.
And neither could Hard Legion get it out when they get into their CT half. So opportunities available now to do some real damage here on the CT camp. They did lose 3 players, so the buy around the double AWPs might be a little bit weak.
I'm pretty sure Duster is probably one of the only maps that Simon run double AWPs of Chaos and Mo most of the time. And Chaos probably bring that over towards the B bomb site to start the round off. Hard Legion. And this time around, a little bit slower out from long, and they find another kill. They're finding so many picks out to this long area.
The presence of mind to find them on the small gap in that smoke as well. Mo, meanwhile, pushing aggressive with his AWP out. Bodjin so close, scopes in, 1 kill. Bodjin trades it back, though, 4-on-3 scenario. Knowing that AWP is so close, the USP takes him down. Incendiary has got to get out of the tunnels. He's completely unsupported. Backup is trying to rotate the position here. The smokes and Molotovs do come out, though. They're going to try and force them out of position. I think that smoke missed as well. I think that was the boost smoke that just bounced back over to the CT side spawn. AWP got to turn around here because they're going to make their way in, trying to split out mid to B and tunnels, and Kinky takes out Nealon, so Mo got to deal with the main T-side forces. Molotov's in, flick back, good shot towards Rage, 2-on-2, refacing for a little bit more, taking shoulder bait damage, trying to look for the gaps out, boost up, gets another good kill, 4 picks for Mo on the AWP, on for the ace against Forrester, super close towards him, headshot on the 5!
Oh!
And a second, a beautiful sequence for his own multi-frag round, and a 6th on the board for Hard Legion.
Oh my goodness, Mo did so much work. Where was the support? 4 kills, he was on for the ace, and a 1-on-2 coming out from Forrester. Oh, these bursts. These bursts. 6-2 up, and the double AWPs, as soon as they come out, Jay, only one of them finds impact.
That's upsetting for Simon. And especially upsetting for Mo, who did so much there. As you mentioned, no support for the CT player. Just to back up his teammates, really let him down on this particular occasion, so. Hard Legion getting away with murder, probably going to get away with a decent anti-eco as well. Half buy back from Simon to hopefully get some rifles out in the next round. They're just not finding any kills here. 5-on-3, Bodjin and Forrester doing all the work. Getting his kills gets 1 to respond, but 2-for-1 trade still favor to the T side.
So far, rifles coming out on top so far for Hard Legion in a round like this. Not too much to work with. They are going to recover a couple of AKs on this CT side. So you've got to think for Simon, just bring those AKs into the next round.
Or push them on short and go for a retake, apparently, is what Simon actually going to make the true decision for. 1 HP for Kios, though. Like, a misplaced flashbang will take him down. Indeed, Kios finds that. KDO trades it back. 2-on-2 scenario. 1 player towards Longhouse will be challenging from the connector and the... connector, I should say, the default plant position. Nealon and KDO will give up their lives, so no AK save for the CT camp. Don't understand what the point of that play was. I mean, I guess they were hoping for another clutch round to turn it in and get momentum back on their side, but as you mentioned, could have saved those weapons into the next round, and they will not do such a thing. 7-2 right now on the T side board. Simon, 1 final rebuy. The M4s, the AWP is coming in. Only 1 kit for KDO, though, so it definitely is weak for this defensive force.
Exact same scoreline of what we had in reverse on Train, where we saw Simon up 7-2 on the T side and out towards long once again. They keep finding kills, and the trades just aren't coming out. Simon needs to change something up from long. Every damn round, Hard Legion are rushing out long and finding a pick.
Just can't keep doing this. Either go more passively or set up some sort of utility play at the aggressive forces to try to shut them down, because look at these kills coming in. Bodjin with the first. Mo losing an obvious battle against Rage way back in the pit position. Couldn't even see the man. Still goes down. 5-on-3, taps up, trying to make it 2. Keel's down at 25 points of health. And indeed, Forrester will end up getting that kill at the edge of the smoke. I mean, these A takes, and these long takes in particular, have been so confident from Hard Legion, night and day by comparison to Train.
Now, again, Simon are doing damage. We're not saying they're not doing damage. They're just not finding the kills. They're not finding those opening jewels. They're losing long every single round. And you're right, an adjustment needs to be played. Either you give them long control and don't contest, or you bring absolutely everyone there. You bring all 4 players to long, leave a single defender on B, and take control. Get a player into the pit, do some utility damage, find some sort of response. Because they're challenging long, but they're losing the fights.
Look at the stat line as well from Simon as well. Nealon is yet to get a kill.
Crazy.
It's the Ukrainian side, sorry. 8-2 on the board. I mean, just look at the stat comparison here. Again, 2 players over on the Hard Legion side with double digits. This was 2 players on Simon on the last map were on double digits before the end of the first half. And where's the tacticals? You know, where's a moment to adjust here? Simon were able to do that. I think they'll be able to just slowly discuss, listen, this is what they're doing, this is what we're doing wrong, this is how they're punishing us, so let's adjust against that. You know, let's try not to take such aggressive long faces. Let's try not to, you know, rush them straight down. You can see they're going to go for this long control again, this time with a 5-man stack, but 3 players facing that corner and probably could have gotten picked apart with a kill or 2 anyway. Leaving B site entirely open, which is where the bomb is going. Sviat's going to try and shut them all down out here towards the CT spawn. We'll take spray on the first man. They're going to clear out B site, realize nobody is here. KDO and Keels do try and back for a 2-for-1. What? Into their own right. Their headshots are coming back 2-on-2, but Forrester maintains control.
Okay, they recover. They recover there because that was looking really scary for a moment. And Norbert's got so much to do. Picks up an AK. And he's going to try and go for it. Another clutch attempt to come out for Simon.
Norbert standing by. AK set into the bomb site. Spray's easy there for Bodgen to take him down. 3rd on the board. Denied here by Hard Legion. In what was actually a pretty decent round to do damage, all things considered here for CT Camp, but you know, kills coming in on a basic eco, and now need to try and convert those kills on the rifle round. Simon, AWP in for Mo. M4s across the entire CT board, and how are they going to play this out from here? Short control, mid face from 2. Out towards the B-bomb site, and what we a 2-1-2 split, and finally Mo connects Rage, takes his head off towards Suicide, kicking things off for the CT side.
Oh, finally. I've been waiting for so long for an opening pick to go the way of Simon, and that's a great kill. A fantastic shot coming out from Mo. Straight away, it takes down Rage, the AWPer from the T side, and Forrester says, I'll give it a go. I reckon we could take it out to long. And no long challenge this time around from Simon, giving map control away from them. And that allows Forrester to potentially get into the pit while the rest of the long players just walk up to site.
AWP in for Mo. Set towards that corner, set to take them all down. Kinky. Smoke up, shot not connecting. He's going to look for that gap in the smoke instead. Is there no resmoke down? They're not going to go for it. Kinky's going to burn. They're going to get information as well. Blind spray from Nealon connects 1. Does so much damage to Podgen as well. And information has been gained. AWP shot ready. Takes out another good kill on the crossing T side member. Finally, Simon getting a semblance of confidence as Forrester is left alone in a 1-on-4 situation. And look at how much progress they were able to make off the long control when they went passive from Longhouse.
I think that was more mistakes being made from Hard Legion. They had 2 smokes to use, and for some reason they only used 1 for the cross and not that second, and just did not come out. And from there, rather than just continuing the aggression, they just slowed down for some reason. And Forrester getting rid of that AWP. That's actually pretty smart. Don't give that over to the CT side. He realized he's not going to win this. But I think for Hard Legion, they just kind of switched off there. As soon as they lost the opening pick, they got the long control, but they just really weren't able to utilize it at all.
A rebuy back here from the Hard Legion camp. Obviously, to come through the economy they built up over the last handful of rounds. The AWPer mode challenging Rage once again. This time going to smoke out towards the short position. Rage playing super carefully around their contact. Over on the B-bomb side, they've done initial damage to the likes of KDO. Very passive from the Simon side, though. Just, you know, not taking overly aggressive faces towards the mid control up to the long area. There's Rage, the man that finds that kill on Mo, opening things up with the orb back. Oh! Forrester boosting up, getting a kill. Keel's trying to respond, but he only gets one pick for his trouble. KDO left alone suddenly. And a matter of about 3 seconds, Hard Legion can take them out advantage and probably take the round.
Oh my goodness, what a round coming out from Forrester in particular. Ridiculous. As soon as he peeks up from Xbox, just 2 players getting absolutely deleted. What a 10th round up for Hard Legion. And, wow, what a turnaround for the first map. They've really come out of the gates at Dust 2, absolutely firing. Individually, they're looking very sound. You can have a look at even Bodian. He's, well, second highest fragger at the moment for that T side, which is a great sign to see because, man, was he struggling in that first map.
Now Simon, the ones that are struggling big time. I don't know where they went. The confidence of that CT side turned to jello here on this second map. At least Mo again will get the opening kill on Sviat down mid. So there's that. A lot to work with at this stage. 5-on-4 situation. Hard Legion going much more passive once again in their defaults.
They're slowing it down. Simon. Do they want to over-aggress? Yeah, Kios wants to try and take this fight to the lower tunnels. Great flashbang coming out, but he can't hold on to that trade.
2 players swinging in to try and take the man down. They will reveal some of their information back over on the T side cam. No rotations towards the B bomb side though, and KDO is going to catch that info off. Utility coming in from the T side. Now kneeling with the short control. Smoke down on site to buy himself a lot of cover here, and towards the back of Goose AWP of Rage, keeping his eyes on. And kneeling and watching and waiting for the rest of the T-side commitment. All 3 players with smokes down, ready to cross out. Smoke the cross this time for the Hard Legion camp. More utility coming in from the CTs to back up Neil and Mo. Or pick, gets Kinky, drops that bomb. Sees another player crossing, is going to call that info out to Neil because he couldn't quite land the shot. Bodgin blind spraying through, close to position, but no real tags or kills. Platinum default, Neil going to spray through, just deny it. Raised left alone with the orb towards long, and at this point he's out of the round. 20 seconds to get a bomb plant, and the CTs know it, they can just play passive.
How have they only smoked one side of that cross again? Like, yeah, maybe you might make a mistake 1 round, but you don't let it happen again. Hard Legion, even though they've looked so dominant, they've made these mistakes, which you just can't really expect from a team at this caliber. Missed utility does not help them get into the A bomb zone. It means that Rage is just going to hold on to this AWP, save it into the next round. Money line's not even great, so a couple of AKs are probably going to have to be dropped from Bodian. All in all, they'll get a decent buy through. If they can get 11 rounds, they can really put the pressure on going into that second half.
Orb seeing 1 player crossing. Rage gets Mo again with the opening frags here. The T-side Orb duels have been won more frequently here from Hard Legion. And again, it's going to put Simon on a major back foot. Orb shot still looking to connect. Nothing found here by Simon.
Chaos has only spotted out 1 player. I think the first player actually jumped over the scope, so he wasn't able to see that 2 players crossed out. But starting to push the long house, they can wrap around. But the problem here is Hard Legion are already starting to walk onto A through short.
Minutes of the clock, and there's no defensive here. Simon obviously got to go for the retake on round 15.
Oh,
Forrester just doming Norbert, doming him out of the server. Kneeling on long, 2 coming in from C from the B bomb site. Still got to deal with those lower tunnels presence. This is looking like 11-4 on the half here for Hard Legion. Simon will have to take stock in their offensive half, which probably is the more dominant half for this team, but even so, it's a disappointing scoreline to get themselves started off here in this map up. Damage being done to Rage. He can't quite find his secondary kill. Forrester gets KDO though. Keel's going to be responded by Bodgin. Last man left is Neil, and Rage will get that frag. 11-4 for Hard Legion. I was not expecting such a dominant half, let alone a dominant half here from this particular squad.
Absolutely. And yeah, they've come into their own. They've obviously had a big chat after train. You can certainly see that Savat have talking to the boys and go, right, like, that was just unacceptable. We played really poor Counter-Strike on that first map. We really just did not deserve to put up a performance like that. So going into Dust 2, they got the ball rolling early on. They lost the pistol. They won the anti-eco. They were able to get the rounds through. They put 11 up in that first half. A lot of pressure now goes on the back of this Simon squad. And now what? Train was a 12-3 half. Now we've seen an 11-4 half in the opposite for Hard Legion. But it seems like we're having some very dominant maps at the moment.
Indeed we are, but can Simon change the pace? Obviously the T side is the favour for both of these teams, so seeing Simon get onto their offensive may well be the change of pace that we really need to see them do something out here against the Hard Legion camp. That here towards the short control USPs of the Hard Legion camp going to be challenged very aggressively by the short and mid controls. Forrester gets kills, taps up in the USP crossfire. Rage gets one pick and two as KDO falls next. Only one found by Simon. And it looks like maybe the dominance will continue here from the CT camp. 4-on-2 situation for Norbert and Nealon. Norbert's already facing forward, completely alone towards the long position. Dealt with by Rage, 3k to his name. This round is over.
This round is done. And Nealon has got a lot to do. He's got the bomb on his back at least, but he's got 4 players to deal with. Does find one onto Rage, but no more than that is going to come through. A 12th round now up for the Hard Legion squad. And you got to think for Simon, there's no real way to go for a force buy here. If they got a bomb plant, then you could accept it. But with finding 1 kill and no bomb plant, they really just have to Glock this round out. Or not. This always happens to us. Okay, it's only Mo. That's all right then.
Okay, I like this eco strat. Usually you play that with auto snipers, but I guess Glocks can work when you have no money. It's the budget auto sniper, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? It's free.
Works. 5-on-4, M4 bursting up, doing major damage for Rage. Wow, what a sequence. Up for 4k, he gets it. All 5 alive for Hard Legion, 13-4 Simon. Now buying up here. The scout from Mo actually is going to cost him quite a little bit because he bought down when everybody else went for eco. But now this is Simon's last chance, I think.
Hey, this is what I don't get, right? So Mo buys a scout in that last round. He buys a second scout and then chucks it over to Norbert. And he's like, "No, I want the AK." It's like, well, if you just would have Glocked it, then you could have got the AK. I got a kill with it, so I can give him that.
Oh, Svat, first to fall. Nays up to the mid door control. SMG. Bodgin gets dealt with by Nealon, and now things are starting to look much better here for the Simon side. They've got 9 rounds to the comeback. They can just secure this one. It'll be the start of their journey back into control. The M4's in, Kinky. Point blank range against one mode. Is getting all kill onto Rage meanwhile. And Keels gets Forrester, looks for the second man, gets a nice double. And there you go. Much more confident here from Simon.
Probably one of the best rounds we've seen from them on Dust 2 so far. It was looking really confident. They got some great opening picks. They had a 5-on-3. They just kept the numbers game going, kept the momentum up through long. Very good round. Hard Legion, considering that they got 2 in a row and now lost that third. They don't really have enough money to go for a buy. They could have forced it, but at the same time would have been a little bit awkward. So they're just going to half buy, get those rifles out in the next, and they've got so many rounds to work with. You don't really want to waste this economy.
Yeah, you know, just take the hit now.
Yeah.
Buy up later. They're still getting damage at least. Rage actually finds a pick somehow, but that's going to get dealt with, and Rage to grab this AK and run with it. Are they going to go hunting? It seems like they will. Norbert catching him on the reload. Getting the frag, getting the 6th. Simon now up against the real rifles here of the Hard Legion side.
AWP out for Rage. Mo as well. Where do they take this fight? Because Mo doesn't have a great spawn for long, so he can't really go for an opening long pick.
4 missed. Close from Mo though. Bus plays into the tunnels here for the Simon camp, just down to their defaults here, not looking for, well, not going to get, I should say, a major opening frag. The flash is over with the M4. Standing in for Kinky, takes the opening kill instead. So Kios caught flat-footed here in the mid position. Man goes down to a 5-on-4.
Good advantage. Great response to come out from Hard Legion after losing the last gun round. Kinky's going to be able to open up, even for Neil, and he's just completely blind. This should be a kill for the CT side. So that is alone. He does find Mo, but somehow not Nealon.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade. CT forces out and about with KDO getting Forrester next to a 3-on-3 situation. Smokes down, Kinky, burst firing with the M4. Molotov damage done towards him. He's very heavily tagged up. Norbert gets that pick back on towards him, and in the midst of the B doors, Bodgin will just burst fire through. Re-smoke down will make sure that position is permanently locked off, and the plant will be secure. No angle in for Bodgin anymore, not with the new B doors update. The nades on, just doing damage to the CT side. No kills coming in for Hard Legion, and they're going to back off.
Yeah, look, I don't mind this. Realizing the fact, okay, our economy's not great. It's a 2-on-3 retake at B. We don't have kit. We've got a smoke and a flash. It's really not going to help us getting in. So let's just take the knee, take the loss, give up Simon their 7th. And what looked to be a great start from Hard Legion was counteracted as soon as KDO was able to take down that B defender. He was like, right, B's open, let's go.
All right, deficit has been lowered to 6 rounds between Simon and Hard Legion. Orpany AK being saved by this CT count. Look at a straight AWP challenge from Mo out towards this longhouse position. Ooh. Could not time it well. He did get close though. Svat's going to get away alive. No idea how close to death he really came, but Hard Legion for now playing their passive standards here. 2-1-2 set up with the Orpid mid. And the AK set over to the A bomb site. So a B play could be their best sort of call initially here.
Oh, look at this angle from Rage. I mean, it's just a pixel angle. It really is. It's a really tough shot to hit, especially if he gets blinded. And Simon's starting to take this mid-control. Orp not quite connecting, but faces in for a secondary time, and Mo capitalizes on that.
Kinky Reef picks up the AWP of the CT cap. Nealon with the bomb on his back. That's a very dangerous one. But a very good shot landed regardless. A 5-on-3 with no damage being taken to the T side so far. Just got to enter, find the bomb plant, and again, B side is still their best play. The bomb on the back of Nealon at this stage. New T side members down, Mo and KDO. They can face initially. Deagle's out, Forrester doing damage, not getting the kills. Oh, that's 2 good Deagle shots. An AK picked up with 3-on-3. A chance available. The CT's going to go down towards mid, but he's on for a 3rd frag. He can't land it on Kios. A good sequence to recover, but no follow-up from the CT lone stander.
Oh my goodness, Forrester did so much work, and now for Kinky, 1-on-2. He's got to make a decision here. Does he want to go for it? Does he want to save? He's staying around. He actually might go for this, Jay.
Tough retake, no kill utility for this lone AWP. And it's an AWP for a B-side retake. Time is ticking. He's going to wait for aggression from the T-side line, but he's not going to see any of it. Therefore, he just backs up, backs off, concedes the round, grabs that rifle. Simon gets to 8 here on their board. And this will be their... third, 4th round in a row, I think.
I think they're 4th now, if I believe. Yeah, 13-4. Yeah, 4 rounds. I'm not going to start believing yet, but if they can take down this gun round and continue the way that they're playing, I'm going to start having a little bit of a belief. But it's got to be this round here that needs to be converted for Simon.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, ecos are fair enough, but...
Yes.
No, 5 rounds to the deficit. It's past this point. I'm like, okay, now it's going to start getting close. Now it's going to start getting real down to the wire. And with the rifles, as you mentioned, the follow-up round will be an eco after that. So we could be looking at a 3-round deficit, assuming Simon are able to take this one. But there's a lot of potential in this 1 round. So if they can win it, I certainly will be sold on the idea of a comeback being possible here. But first and foremost, they have to win it. They play out towards the mid position once again. Flashes in towards the mid doors. Keel's not going to overextend. Simon being very careful about how they take their aggression.
I tell you what, a mid to B play actually could work out quite nicely, especially if they can force the picks onto these CT players. Oh, the orb shot is getting closer and closer for Mo. Oh, he's pixels away. And as soon as Simon realized that, they go, right, let's go up through short instead.
Rage standing by with the Orb bait jump face. And he actually gets baited by that initial play in. So Orb could not win the fight for the T side. Neither could he win for the CT camp. Look at how aggressive Neelan's going to get. No one's checking his position. Kinky going to see the heads of the players out from the short area. And they're going to back up here. They're going to go past it, possibly for a retake on the short position. Kato's going to cover it off. Gets Fiat, looking for Forrester. Forrester trades. 4 on 4 though. The bomb plant can be seen as players in mid as well. Grabs that orb. Can't get the second. And the trades are good for Hard Legion.
Oh, they're coming out really nicely for the CT side. Simon have set themselves up so well, and now the T's want to at least establish some long control. Off angle coming out from Neelan. A difficult check to come out from Bodyan.
Oh.
Great shot coming out from Mo. The response from the CT side, and now it's all down to Kinky. 1 on 2 to try and clutch once again. He's got a kid, and he needs to try and get a move on. He needs to take these players down. Another shot coming out from Mo, and Simon keep the streak alive.
And now business has picked up. Orb in, AK's out. Hard Legion getting their pistol and 1 conversion so far in this half. And the buy is looking weak. It's looking rough for the CT camper. And as we mentioned, you know, this is the opportunity now. This is the way in for the Simon side. With an eco to set here, we'll be looking at a 3-round differential. After that, another rifle. Could be looking at a 1-round differential off the back of that. So much potential right now for Simon. So much good stuff with the momentum swinging their way. Max loss bonuses on the board for Hard Legion, so money trouble shouldn't be a major worry for them, even though they won't be able to buy in every round. But the main thing for them is stopping his execution, stopping these rounds going the way of Simon.
Good cleanup coming out so far on the eco. Obviously spotting out that player getting aggressive of Bodyan out towards that long challenge. Very easy pick so far. Mo probably needs to try and fall back as the Deagle keeps spamming through. So Hard Legion can be happy they found something. They won't be able to recover that AWP, of course, but 1 kill, it's decent.
Norbert will be able to recover the AWP though, so.
Oh, I meant on the CT side, but yeah, no, the T's can recover it at least.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the money being saved here by Simon because, you know, building the economy might be their second biggest priority at the moment. PT50's out, dealt with by Neelan, so 4 players alive, and the money is pretty bolstered here for Simon. Can lose a couple of good rounds and still be in a position to reinvest back to an overtime comeback. So ideally for them, they don't want to be in that position, but, you know, the fallback is there if it's necessary. AWP in full rage, M4s across 3 of the CT players. The 4th man will join the fray. Lack of head Kevlar is fine. Lack of utility, lesser so. Orb facing in for Mo, already looking for that first pick. Nothing will be seen here by the lone T-side player that crossed. And into a short stack, actually. Boosts coming up, and the AWP going to be boosted up as well onto the short control. Kinky catches Keels out from CT, though. The opening frag going their way. Orb still can't see anything. Neelan knows that they're there, though.
Oh, very good response coming out from Hard Legion. This is the round to be able to convert your 14th and put the pressure back on for Simon. A couple of easy kills coming out for both Forrester and Kinky, and rather than continuing to aggress and rather than continuing to fight, they just fall back. They hold on to the 5-on-3. They hold on to the numbers game.
Yeah, now they don't really need to you know, find any more kills. As soon as the execution comes in, the kills will come to them. Neelan once again going heavy aggressive out to the short control. Flashes in against the player that's there. Bodyan standing by, uber passively. Molotov's in, will do some damage. No one is watching this position. The plant down towards short will come through. Swing in with a flash out, takes out 1. Mo on site, should be seen in the midst of the smoke. Actually, just going to wait and bait there. Eventually, Forrester will take him. And there it is, a 14th for Hard Legion, and another confident round coming in for the CT side. Simon, weren't expecting that. I don't think many people were, to be honest.
Yeah, look, that was a unbelievable round coming out from Hard Legion. They pick up, what, 3 AKs, they've got an M4 and an AWP. No one goes down. Yeah, they give a bomb plant up at the same time. There's still a fair bit of money up for Simon, but to lose a round like that is going to certainly put the pressure back on to say, right, yeah, we got a really great streak of 6 rounds in a row, but at the same time, Hard Legion are getting closer and closer of closing this map out and taking us to a third.
To find those opening kills once again. Simon, for the first time in that last one, went too aggressive, I should say. Went too overly aggressive and lost control of the round as a result here. Now they're not going to go towards the mid doors as of yet. Again, Keels will take his initial face in, wait for a teammate possibly to flash him into that position. Smoke down on the cross play. 2 players on short again with that AWP boost, but no mid support from it. So Simon can set themselves up here. Got a player also at tunnels. Could potentially be a mid to be split.
Options here for the Simon squad. And after establishing some pretty early mid control, they pretty much just back off and leave that single mid player to go up through short on Xbox. The split A commitment looks to come in through Hard Legion. Oh, Kinky, the timing on this peak. If he swings out, he could potentially see both of these players trying to get to short.
Lashes back and forth. Yeah, expecting some sort of short control, but Kinky pushes forward, catches the player at Xbox. KDO next to face as the long control now is gained here. Smokes down towards that cross. And T's going to make their way out and about here. Look for a bomb plant. Burst through from one man. KDO still here. Good lineup. 2 gets damage on the second and the kill on the first. The plant will come through now. Mo hold back towards long with the AWP. It's not planted for long. It's planted for default. So got to hold back from the market platform. And the man advantage still to the favour of the CT camp. Hard Legion in a real good spot to retake. Norbert looking down towards CT. Nealon got his eyes trained towards the right-hand side of the default boxes. And here come the flashes. Both players going to get caught blind. Nealon popping out. Norbert going to take a face. Here comes Nealon with a kill back. Rage responds to it. Good headshot comes back from Norbert to 2-on-2. Forrester low. Seen towards short. AWP taking his face. Rage tagged up very heavily. And Norbert running out of ammo. Got to switch out to the Glock here. They're both so low. And they're going to start backing off. They're out of the round. Rage will fall next. An M4 recovered for some reason. Norbert, I think he'll just get out long in time. Confusion on the bomb site, but he just holds the round for Simon. They're back in a 3-round deficit.
Oh, he was absolutely popping off. He saw that weapon, was like, I'll pick it up, and he was like, no, it's an M4, no, I'll drop it back on the AK. Oh my goodness, what a round coming out from Simon. And that post plant was looking really strong. We had 2 players on the site that were trying to look up towards that short position. Norbert in particular did so much work. And even for Mo, all he needed to do was stay alive.
Oh, look at this set from Norbert, 20 HP. That's not a fun time. No opening kills, and I think Hard Legion know they did that damage, or at least I have a suspicion that the T's might be low. The nade on Norbert? No, doesn't quite take him down. It's actually Mo with the AWP, my bad. I didn't even notice the double AWP setup was in place for Simon. Once again, double AWPs on T side. I don't know why teams keep taking this, but it seems to be viable for a lot of good T sides.
Tick attack have influenced the tier 2 scene now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Lord help us.
Simon, a run boost around the corner, bait out the AWP shot from Rage. The AWP from Mo's going to be able to connect, but Savat is able to get some good work to bring it back into a 4-on-4.
Oh, he's going to burn alive to Kios Molotov now. Rage suppressed towards long. Got player there to back him up. And they're going to rotate back to the B bomb site where there's only one CT standing to defend it. Forrester. Have to pull off a Mezzi, I feel like, here on the B site play. Got platform contested back on the main bomb site itself, though. Seeing out awkward spray. KDO takes him down. That should be a save call. This should be a 12th round for Simon.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on? Hard Legion. This is a bit of a choke. They were up 13-4.
A bit.
Yeah, a bit. I mean, they win a round out in a gun round where 5 players stay alive, and you're like, wow, that's a good round. And it's just instantly responded to for a couple of rounds in a row.
The 9-round lead now turned to a 2-round lead for Hard Legion.
Don't do it, Norbert. You want it, mate. I know you want it.
Absolutely need that double AWP set up for T-side. But to be fair, it's worked. I mean, think about it. If Mo was down there to that mid position, it probably wouldn't have found that kill through the mid doors. So, you know, Norman certainly wouldn't have been there. He was challenging the long position. He was tagged up very low, had to go passive. So for Simon, you know, like, it's a decent setup. The question is, will it carry forward against the rifles here at the CT camp? And Hard Legion, another force buy back here. They need to make this next round work.
Do or die, really. If they lose this, they're probably going to get money reset. They'll be on max round loss bonus. This is a good change-up. Double aggression up towards top mid.
They're ready for it, but Nealon gets shut down by Kinky. Starting things off, Norbert going to try to swing back into that position, but the CT's back away on towards Shore. Lower tunnels control, 2 players down there. And they're going to duck out position, ensure that they can't get a trade back. So great play from Hard Legion to get aggressive, lose a man on the Simon side, take no damage to return, and just go back to passive defaults.
It's a really great change up from Hard Legion. That's something we haven't seen from them at all on the city side, is aggression up towards top mid. And you're right, Simon were ready for it, but even for Kinky, gets a great duel, finds an opening pick, and Simon don't find a response. Not a lot of map control as well. Nothing out towards long, no short presence. It's only really upper tunnels, and Forrest is going to get baited out and rotate Alpha B.
Bodgin left alone. No, Forrester repositioning outside of the B doors here. Crossfire in the mid control, assuming they need it, but they don't. Full execution out from the tunnel's entrance here. The bomb on the back of Norbert. No flash support. They're just going to walk straight in, try and isolate the kills. That's going to go a rifle. And the Forrester with 1 pick. Spray back, doing damage, taking a second. Bodgin does fall next. Nays up doing more damage, actually missing out on their own respect, but a 4-on-2 scenario. Simon had all the utility to work with in the world. They don't use any of it, and they get a 2-man disadvantage for the post plant. They might even be denied.
A 2-on-4. Mo already been baited out. They know that Orb's up towards the upper tunnels. They know exactly where he is. What a retake coming out from Hard Legion. And you're right, Jay. They had stacks of util. Didn't use any of it to get into the site. A lot of dry peaks, trying to be a little bit more dry and sneaky than to give all the information away. And it doesn't work out at all. A 15th round finally goes the way of Hard Legion.
You think that Forrester would have been sort of flashed out position. Maybe Bodgin could have also been taken out super easy. But no, that was a very severely misplayed around there from Hard Legion. From Simon, I should say, actually. Hard Legion are the ones that benefited. 15-12 map point for this CT side. And Simon need a good round here. They need a good opening pick. Mo's going to stick around for 1. Flashed out, missing a shot. AK downstairs in the lower tunnels. Kinky knows he's there. But early HP advantage going the way of Hard Legion.
Hard Legion are doing a really great job of contending long at the moment. We're seeing so many times the AWP is trying to sit in that molly for an opening pick, and look at the damage done to Mo. 27 points of health. A follow-up nade was close, but did not quite connect for any more damage.
Hoping he'd make his way up towards shore, but he didn't quite do so. Matches in, take face, Keels opens up on Kinky. Okay. HP advantage favor of the CT camp. Simon here kicking off with a kill. 5-on-4. Forrest not able to find a trade back on this man. Short control coming in from Sviat. Takes out the bomb plant. Looks for Keels. Next, no. Keels turns around with a 2K. Keeping the man advantage for the T side camp. Forrester suddenly left alone as a lone defender with the B side. And he's not even on B. Simon execute now. They get a bomb plant.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got to think for Simon, work with what you've got. Just go for the mid to B commitment. You're able to get a pick towards short and a pick over to mid B. So you're probably going to know that, considering that you guys have got mid control, that there should only be 1 more player at B. But no, they're going to split up into the A bomb side. And there's already a wraparound coming out for Longhouse. This is Bodgin.
He's going to get so much out of this AWP standing by. Shot missing. Second one connecting, though. 2 more players out towards the short cross. Does Mo adjust for the player on short? He doesn't need to. Rage gets them all. And Mo left alone here. Molotov out. Bodgin gets it. 16-12. And that will be Hard Legion taking us to a 3rd map. Overpass is coming up next. A good effort from Simon, but they've got to face up in 1 final bout. Don't go anywhere. It's map 3 after the break.
what we do here is go back.
Yeah, look, it's a shame, right? Because we saw for Hard Legion, they got off to a really great start. Simon really weren't able to do anything in that first half. Then they got a lot of momentum going, and they were establishing a comeback. But when it gets to that stage where you just don't have a lot of rounds to work with, as soon as your opposition is able to get some momentum, as soon as they can win out a good round, they can just run away with it. So we saw a bit of a close result in Dust 2, but Overpass is going to be a bit of an interesting one for me. We've seen Hard Legion play it 30 times over the last 3 months. They've got a pretty decent win rate on it, but they have lost this map 5 times in a row in the last 5 games.
Overpass could well be a great chance for both sides at this stage based off of that. Big loss streak for Hard Legion, but all in all, their results have still been pretty good on this one. Got a lot of map results on that board. So let's see whether this will be the time to turn in against Simon. Honestly, I don't know which way it's going to go, Dweg. I'm going to throw all predictions out the window. We've seen some good performances, some poor performances from several players across the last 2 maps. So this third one really could be anyone's ball game. It's the pistol round with Hard Legion over on the CT Star. Defuse and smoke for Sviat. Utility out for Neil and double flash and smoke for him. Rage backed out into that mid control. The USP just getting out of dodge here. Mo will quickly clear out connected control and someone will establish their initial setup.
A lot of information being heard from the Hard Legion squads. They just back off quite passive out towards the Banana and Bathrooms position. And Rage, potential of him trying to get sandwiched in. Good shot comes out with that USP. So good opening frag to go out for the city side.
First shot to shut down. Nealon comes through against Bodgin as well. That's the utility that drops out of play as well. Bodgin with 2 frags. Looking for the third man out here. Keels will trade it. But that is a 3-for-1 trade and a 4-on-2 scenario. At least they have walked into the B bomb site, but this bomb could get cut off from connector all the same. Player sneaking in the back line. Rage is dealt with, but they now know where Keels is on the way to. Norbert pushed out slowly and surely, and he's going to play real quiet around this position.
The thing that he needs to try and do is bait those CTs out into getting aggressive. If they can pull forward, then this is the opportunity for Norbert to strike, but he needs to get the synchronization through, and they're making this work into a 2-on-2. They need to get the bomb onto the site and get it planted, and Kiki's going to at least stop that for a while.
Plant eventually is secured. 4K up for Keels. 41 HP player on towards Heaven. Taps up. Kinky gets the kill. Defuse will come through. And that will be a pistol to the favor of Hard Legion. Good efforts there from Simon, but just didn't quite make it work out here.
Yeah, look, those were some really great pistol shots coming out from Hard Legion. We saw Rage and Bodyan over towards A, getting a great couple of pieces between them. And for Simon, it looked really awkward. It was a 2-on-5. Yeah, they got a bomb plan. They took it into a 2-on-2 in the end. They were able to certainly do some damage, but it was the start of the round where it looked quite poor for the T side. But with that bomb plan in mind, it will mean that a force buy will come out. They'll get that scout out for Mo. Galil's up, an AK for Kios. And just a deagle for Nealon. So all in all, not a bad buy at all from Simon.
Nades on from the Hard Legion side to do some early damage to the likes of Norbert. It's a dink down from that man to tag Forrester at 10 HP. Over on the quick jump boost to the short positions. Information being gained by the CT camps. No major kills for Simon or Hard Legion, even though they got close on Forrester. The CT side still holding pretty passive across their defensive line.
Long control coming out from Simon. We're slowly walking through. Now, at the moment, the only position that they'll get spotted at if they continue this long presence is the player towards APC that's jump spotting around. And even for Rage, he's falling back. So they're only running a single player at this A bomb site, and they've got no eyes at long at the moment.
SMG close for Bodgin. Ready to these bathrooms face, ready to take out Norbert and Nealon. Utility coming through for the T-side line. Incendiary's out and KDO drops. Nice rifle they can utilize here for a decent number of frags. The wrapping up against the bomb planter. Nealon gets the kill alongside Kios actually, so they do overwhelm the CD defensive, but they have got a 3-on-3 scenario, so plant will need to be secured here. See what they can do against the Hard Legion retake.
Flash in, Mo, gonna try and wide swing on this truck position. Nade coming out now that at least they still get that bomb plan through, but Mo needs to capitalize. It's actually Kios to chime into the action, and they're doing this work. Look how low the single player is, and now it's all down to Savat. I think this might be around now for Simon.
Well, time is ticking, he's got no kit, he's gonna still try for this retake anyway though. 3k if he can make it happen. They are both relatively low. Flashes in, back turn, and there's Mo with a 2k. And with a round back to the favor of the Simon camp. The pistol lost, but the force buy regained, and that'll do worse for Hard Legion's economy here.
Oh my goodness, what a response coming out from Simon. And I'll tell you what, especially in this matchup, I'm actually kind of happy that we've seen it. We haven't really seen too many like forced victories, have we? Over the course of 9-5, both 1 and 2, we've seen a hell of a lot of forced by victories back and forth between teams. But so far today, it's been pretty stock standard, which is good to see.
And a force buy out for Hard Legion, of course, following suit off the back of Simon's own force buy. It's not going to look nearly as confident on their buy up. The Eagles in SMG for Fiat Rage also got lack of head Kevlar and armor in general. Against the AKs, the head Kevlar's not going to do much at all. It's just a quick peek in for Keels to shut down the first debodging. Rage and Fiat set here towards the connector area. 2 players going to rotate back towards the A. Bomb site. Monster is open, but Simon's still playing towards the A.
Forrester. And now we've seen some pretty good deagle shots from him in the past, especially on Dust 2. And the CTs will, if they wrap around up through Colin, they could potentially try and backstab the T-side players.
Norbert, second kill. Rage down. Smokes, Molotov's in, Forrester backed up here with some damage. At least 5-7 kill comes in. Kinky actually, has some sort of blue frag alongside it. Face the pistols bottlenecking in the entire Simon side. And Nealon suddenly 30 seconds there. Forrester's playing close on the bomb site. The bomb is on his back. He's going to try and rotate back to the B, but Forrester's got a great cut-off angle to work with. Right down here in the midst of the heaven area, he will see the utility coming in. Shot missed out by 15 seconds. Hasn't got time to fend off against this CT player. It's got to go for an immediate plant here and Fiat out towards short. Gets killed off at least one-on-one situation though. Nealon isolating the second kill for a 3k overall, but even so, that was much more down to the wire than it needed to be for Simon.
It really seemed that way, didn't it? They were able to get a couple of easy kills, and they were just feeding the pistols. Look at them all out for long. One by one, they keep going down. And you've got to think for Nealon, as soon as he tries to fake out that bomb, baits out the short player, and then Forrester peeks out from heaven. It's a beautiful 1-on-2, but at the same point, it probably should not have even gotten to that position.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't have. It absolutely shouldn't have. And it was a force by fair play, but Hard Legion unable to get away with that round. But they have forced the economy on Simon's camp, so they're going to rebuy again. Another force coming out for the Hard Legion side with Deagles, FAMASas, and SMGs and such. So they really know the economy's on the ropes, and they're going to try and punish it and destroy it right here.
Maybe see if they can take some short control. They were lining themselves up like they wanted to get a bit aggressive. But overall, Simon just leaving a single lurk at short, while the rest of the players start to establish some control out to this long and bathrooms position once again. Great flashbang in for Chaos. Great timing on that. And, well, those are 2 pretty easy picks.
Sven getting a Kios next up, looking for a Deagle double, and he gets them both. AKs dropped out for the CT lineup. Can grab himself one of those rifles. SMG versus SMG fight towards the B site. Is won out by Norbert this time. And the bomb can rotate back into the connector and short plant position. So 2-on-3 situation. Already decent damage done by Fiat Forrester with his own Deagle shots to find. Got one at water. Sees the man. Unable to land his kill. Will do damage. but goes down in the end. All that's Sviat, I think, to save his weapon from here. 1 versus 3. Impossible for him.
He's out of there. Doesn't want anything to do with it. Simon. Now, it's a little bit difficult to kind of take a bit of chain logic from the first 2 maps and bring it into a third. But what we have seen on Train and Dust 2 is strong starts. And the team that gets a strong start ends up winning out the map. So you've got to look at Simon at the moment. And if you use that chain logic and think, right, if they get off to a good start on T, they should be the victors in this match.
Simon getting away with, for the most part, all of their main confident rounds, but Hard Legion still doing quite a lot of hurt with their force buys. Down to the eco this time, so no real chance to force the issue over on the CT defensive. It's just the economy and the way it's working right now. To the max loss bonus in the next round, so they can get some rifles in. They need those rifles now to work in against Simon. AK's out on 4, Mac 10 for Mo. Trying to see if they can put that SMG in and farm up some cash, but kneeling with the opening kill on Bodging out towards the mid position. 2 players down into mid and Connector. Rage being challenged to 30 HP. Scaly O'Neill and Don't Fall. We should be in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, just make sure that they're not over-aggressing to some of these pistols. It's not that important to try and take these fights. Hard Legion keep doing it with the pistols. At least keep doing damage, so... They're in a position where probably not going to win out the round, but 3 on 4, any more players they can take down is trying to keep the economy low for the T's. The Savat has finally been seen, and well, Hard Legion, they're probably just going to stack up A now.
2 on 4. And that's the exact same site that Simon are heading to as well, and these T-side players out towards the mid and long positions in the bathrooms area as well. Under a minute to go for the hit. Low set, Mac 10's in, spray through. Norbert gets credited with that kill instead. USP out here. The frag's back, AK in, and last man left standing is Forrester. Norbert gets his nice double, triple overall actually. And a 4th on the board now. Hard Legion for the buy here. AWP coming out immediately for Sviat, so they want to get business on the board.
They want that AWP straight away. And Rage is very versatile on a map like Overpass. You'll often see him sort of playing around that bathroom's top com position, but sometimes he likes to take it over towards short, try and see if he can go for an opening pick, move around a lot. And what that does for a T side is it makes it really difficult to kind of read where that AWP's going to be playing from. It looks as if for Rage, he is playing in towards Connector this time around. And Simon looking to try and take the fight into Bodyan pretty much immediately.
You know, Kios bursts through, gets a 2nd kill. 5 on 3 immediately for the Hard Legion camp. He's going to go scooping around for a 3rd one as well. Mo, getting out of dodge and making a lot of noise as well. They're going to hear those footsteps. Flicks back from the orb to the CT side. Don't quite land here in Connector. And Bodgin's going to try and see if he can backstab against the bomb planter. He can find so much out of this. So much out of this. Seeing those 2 players burst in, takes down the bomb. Does get traded back by Norbert, but a 4-on-2 bought by the CT side.
They just keep pushing. They just don't stop, Hard Legion. They keep trying to aggress this angle. And you can understand why. They're in a 4-on-2 position. The T's are just not going to expect this aggression coming out from Savat. And Norbert goes, right, I probably need to just save onto this AWP. Our money line's not great. I don't want to keep farming up kills and potentially giving the CTs a double AWP setup. So let's just hold on to this AWP, bring it into the next round, and, well, just hope that I don't get hunted here.
Yeah, bomb way out of his control. No idea if the CT player's crossfiring it, which there's not, but likely chance that there is. Continuing to face around this corner, continuing to look towards the long position, look towards that mid position. Nothing will be found, so the best he can do is just save, as you mentioned, AWP into round number 7, which probably could constitute a buy here from Simon. I mean, the economy did recover to a certain extent. Still, like, you know, very lopsided money lines here with Nealon being on 8 grand. He can drop a couple of rifles, I think, for his teammates. So Simon should be up for a force back here.
And certainly the AWP being saved in of Norbert, he'll be able to drop over a rifle too. Oh, hang on. And Windstrike guys go balls, mate. Windstrike might actually be able to 2-0 this.
Could be. It's of course all going down on the B stream action. Here on the A stream, though, we're back into round 7 between Simon and Hard Legion. The Orb's in, the AK's out.
Ooh.
And a good peek in from Mo will be outraged. Take his big green gun out of play. Simon continue their defaults in towards Monster and the mid control. Nothing from Long on the CT camp, but Simon also not going to swing for that position either.
And over the course of Train and Dust 2, we've seen both AWPers, maybe I would say at least maybe more Dust 2, both AWPers finding success, but it normally seems as if Mo is out-AWPing Rage when they go for those one-on-one duels between one another. And I tell you what, I really like this setup coming out from Hard Legion towards Monster. What?
2 frags found by Norbert, and Kios drops Bodge in. The setup, although good, is not going to work out this time. Massive kills coming across the T side boards. Fiat will try 1v2 this on the bomb site, but only goes so far as the 1 frag. Quickly dealt with by Norbert all the same. And a 5th on the board for Simon. What's a hit coming through from the T's?
That was disgusting on the entry. The fact that Hard Legion were playing a double monster setup to peek on each other's contact, that should have ripped the T's apart. But instead, the entries are so raw and so fast. 5-2 up. Hard Legion, after winning Pistol, have really struggled on this third map of the series. And you even look at the buy, they've got a single kit up for Savat. He's going to be on a SMG. And very minimal utility, no AWP even to work with.
And Molotov's down, Rage set outside. This very awkward cubby corner. T-side players better check the position, and they do. They quickly take him down. So 1 rifle taken out already here for the Simon side. Do have a good read on how Hard Legion are playing this so far on the CT camp. And they follow suit with a 6th round. They found that first kill towards that 6th round, so certainly looking likely at this stage, with angles being forced away from the defensive camp.
And the long challenge again coming out. Bodyan, though, should get caught off guard considering the fact that Kios is holding the angle. And yeah, straight away, you can see what happens there for Hard Legion. They lose the opening fight, and a lot of the time on the city side, especially on overpass, if you're down a 4 and 5, you want to start to over-aggress to see if you can find some sort of answer back. And Simon are just ready for that. They're all set up, waiting for aggression. It's now a 5-on-2. Hard Legion, they'll want to try and save their rifles, but at the same time, they're probably not going to have a chance if the T's commit to A, because that's where both of the CTs are.
Last chance defensive for Forrester and Sviat. M4 the back end of the boxes. Lashes over Molotovs in. Sviat does get 1. Forrester gets a second pick. Hold on, 3 versus 2. Now just 1. 20 seconds they have to commit the bomb through here. Forrester still getting picks. Damage being done, but doesn't get KDO. 13 HP, close to the frag, but not to be in the end. Although Hard Legion in a 5-on-2, putting up quite a defensive here.
Yeah, they are. They are. It certainly seems, what I'm noticing at Hard Legion at the moment is that they're struggling to find opening advantages. And when they're in disadvantages, they're keeping the rounds close. But you've got to think at the same time, if they were just able to get Rage to get an opening pick, or Kinky maybe to find an opener, that they would just find so much more success in the late round on the defensive site holds when the executions come through.
Passiveness from Simon, expecting Hard Legion to rush them, expecting to be some sort of pistol sort of stack play, but nothing will be seen, nothing will be found. Very carefully played across the board. Mentioned they do take that long control, 2 players to try to respond towards it, of course. The Eagles in for both of them, and they did some quite significant damage around this corner. Flashbang going to catch that 1 player for blind. Peek in from Sviat's also going to up his position, do some damage. Norbert falls to Bodjan elsewhere on the B-bomb site. This Deagle just can't land his shots. He eventually gets Kios. So 4 versus 3 now for the CT count. Eventually traded back by Nealon.
Now these Deagles consistently doing damage. When will it be the round victory though for Hard Legion on one of these eco rounds? We'll just have to wait and see. A long commitment. Kinky trying to see if he can get a backstab. Is anyone looking at the angle? It's going to be Nealon, and straight away, that's the answer back. Simon can go back through con to B if they like, but they're going to continue the presence up to A.
The Eagles set again with them at 10, 3-on-2. Workable situation, especially with players low. One frag found, not quite the second. KDO will just maintain control. And these rounds have been pretty down to the wire. Like, Simon been losing like 3 or 2 players every single time, but sometimes even more than that. The economy can't hold out for much longer on this one. For Hard Legion, it's only a matter of time before they break the backs to the T side.
This is the 3rd time today that we've had a 7-2 scoreline in this series on all maps, which is just ridiculous. That it's just been phenomenal starts in this first half. Hard Legion, yeah, you're right. Like, the scoreline, it only shows 2 rounds, but it's certainly been a lot closer than that. At the same time, though, you've got to think, even though the rounds are close, it seems like Hard Legion are just not having that extra hurdle to get them over the line, to get those round victories through.
Opposite in here for Mo. That's something towards that mid position, but nothing will be seen once again. Outside plays into the A bomb site position. The AWP unscoping at the worst possible moment for the CT side. Rage could have found himself a kill, but Mo will find himself map control, but they won't get information on that lone CT, so the best they can do is speculate as to what they had there.
Kios just trying to sell a bit of a lurk over towards long, use a bit of utility, make a bit of noise, and see if he can bait out any rotation and see if he can force a 3rd player up to that A bomb site. Because at the moment, Hard Legion are rocking a triple man setup at B. Really running down the clock. Not a great amount of util for the CT side to work with. They've baited out a lot from this CT side.
Flashes in, Norbert moves up, Kinky gets a frag, and Norbert is traded back just as quickly to a 4 versus 4. Bodgin getting Kios next, Norbert gets Forrester even standing against Fiat, turns that back to the favor of his team, doing damage to the player in the back line. And tanking a little bit for the Molotov for the sake of just getting out to this water position. 3 versus 2 scenario, Hard Legion again at the advantage, but can they get on the retake? This time it's them that have to push in to the B-bomb site. Simon, Nealon and Mo set very different positions, but both players covering the right-hand side of the site. Entries coming up, boost up, good shot for 2 players, leaving Rage alone. Orp in a 1-on-2, peeking up, knows that Mo's in back, and quickly peeks in against him, not looking the right way. 8 to the board of Simon's side.
Okay, what a setup as well. Even for that last kill, Nealon actually runs over towards short, and what that does is it baits out a sound cue for Rage to peek up, and that's exactly where Mo can strike. The fact that they're able to hold on 2-on-3 like that, work off each other's contact, very, very well done. And you've got to think for Hard Legion, where's the response? Yeah, look, these rounds are close. They are down to the wire, but it's still 8-2 for Simon. This is a phenomenal T side.
Talked a bit about Hard Legion having a better win rate, although being on a map loss streak, it seems like with the way this is going, that streak might continue. You can see why they are unable to handle the aggression of Simon, looking the wrong ways at the wrong times, not catching information or pills when it's necessary on those rifles, and here on these ecos, they're not holding much contention at all. We're bringing the rounds close, and they have still been keeping many players tagged up and heavily, hitting the economy as much as they can. Fiat, of course, getting that 1 pick of kills to prove the point, but that's only 1 frag for 5.
And they need more of these deals, being very impactful for the Hard Legion squad. I suppose one bonus is the fact that if you look at this scoreline and it's 8-2, and you look at the economy from Simon, you're like, oh, how come it's not really built up? And that's because Hard Legion have been able to keep these rounds so close that there's never really been a chance to build up the bank into the B bombs like they go. Easy pickings. Kinky's the pretty much only defender here, and the best that he can do is just try and delay as much time as possible with him taken down. Rage to save onto the AK, and this round is over. There's going to be a 9th on the board for Simon.
Yeah, I don't know how you get out of this with your Hard Legion. They're just getting decimated every single time. Simon in such a good position. This T side has worked wonders. And, I can understand it working well for Simon and Hard Legion on their T side respectively. Obviously, we saw how it went on Dust 2.
Yeah.
But, especially on a map that is pretty CT heavy, like you must imagine that there'll be something coming through from the Hard Legion counter. If Simon are able to get a 13-2 at the end of this half, you must imagine that the Hard Legion are going to have a real tough time bringing this back to OT. Trying to bring it back in general, obviously. Like, I don't know what's happened. Hard Legion disappearing much like they did over on Train.
But that's the thing. We mentioned the T sides. We saw Simon putting up, what, 12 rounds on T to start the half off. Then we go over to Dust 2. It's Hard Legion putting 11 rounds on T to start the half off. Then it's a responsive T round for Simon. It seems like for both of these teams, really been struggling on the CT side to find any kind of control. And I'm looking at the scoreboard and I'm thinking, right, unless Hard Legion get to at least 4, I think they're done in this map up. They need a 4 on CT at minimum. They can't let it go any further than that. They just need some responses. I mean, Dust 2, there was no tactical pauses for either team, and Train, there was 1 pause coming out for the Simon squad. So I'm kind of glad that we're seeing a tactical now on Overpass.
A moment's respite for the teams, a moment's respite for us checking over on the B stream. Windstrike taking on Isaac Balls. For those of you who might be unaware, right now it's 20-19 in favour of Windstrike, as you can see. Probably going to be a match point for them here at this stage, unless this clutch comes in from Shane. It's not going to happen, though. So, yeah, Isaac Balls teetering on the edge of elimination. Windstrike could be in to be the next CIS team forward. Be the first CIS team forward, I should say, into the semi-finals, because they were 1 round away from doing so. So, if you want to keep up with that action, twitch.tv/TebTV3. We jump back into Overpass with Hard Legion and Simon on our 3rd and final map of this series. The buy-in from the Hard Legion camp, the tactical pause, of course, coming through, as you mentioned, the 2nd of this entire series. Oh, sorry, the 2nd of this entire series. I know, right? I know.
I just can't believe it. Like, oh man, Tier 2 Counter-Strike. What wonders it offers us all.
Orbs in the both sides, fortunate enough. Big green guns for Rage and for Mo, and Simon set up to the short control interconnector, bursts fire through various walls, but not getting any kills to start things off.
A bit of damage done to the T side at least. Oh, no, but that was his chance right there. Had an opportunity of finding an opening pick at B, just lurking around that short position. Kinky's going to strike. It's been such a long time since Hard Legion have found an opening pick.
Taps up AK in for Kios, gets Bodgin next up. He's out towards this long control in a 4-on-4 scenario. Simon looking likely to go for the execute hit towards the A site, putting a lot of smokes out here. Still got a little bit of utility to double hump their way into the B side, but no smokes, of course, left for this T side line. Walking into the mid position, AWP gets caught off. Good shot to the back of the head. Kios getting a Rage, expecting more players in towards the corner positions. Doubles up as he swings on for his triple kill against Kinky. Quadra potentially, he's close towards it. Kios with 4, 2 HP left. Will he go for the ace? He'll try for it, but he will go down. Nealon's there to back his man up. But what a set of entries for Kios. 4 kills in this round, 10 rounds for Simon.
Ridiculous. Just even the timing for Rage, I just feel so bad for him. Like, he started pushing down through Banana, he pretty much completely clears out bathrooms, and as soon as he's just about to turn 180, just to check the entrance, he just gets wide swung from Chaos. The ultimate timing. It seems like nothing is going the way of Hard Legion at the moment. 10-2, double digits now found on the T side. And, well, up against a half buy with just an M4, you'd have to think that this is going to be yet another round for the Simon squad.
Well, for those of you who are trying to keep up with the Windstrike versus Isaac Balls matchup that just concluded for Windstrike 22-19, so they'll be moving on to these semi-finals. Deagle's out for the CT canvas. Hard Legion looks to try and be the team that meets them. First frag of the 5-on-4. AK's in to move out towards this connected position. Sprays through from Nealon, grabs Fiat, looks for Rage next, doing some damage, no kill. Gets in for the double kill. Get to control established. And again, man of life step in the way of Simon.
Bodyan. Ooh, timing might actually work out quite nicely onto Mo with this orb. Not quite getting the Deagle shots, and they know exactly where he is. And Mo's his Deagle. He's like, nah, I want to try and take this Deagle fight.
Works well enough. 2 players standing for Hard Legion, both on the A-bomb site. Simon putting all the utility out, rotating back to B. Read it and called it well at this stage. This will be a open bomb site. Flashes, smokes down. Enjoy that the plant should come through. Burst fire from Kinky, the spray through will not do any damage. And at this point, it's best for him to save his weapon.
Yeah, just bring that M4 to the next round. Even the Deagle and Kevlar, it's something to bring forward. Wow, this is just... it's unbelievable to think that Hard Legion won pistol, and now that they're down 2-11. It's just not something that that normally happens. This CT side really struggling. And Simon is just playing with so much confidence at the moment. Very, very similar kind of style and how this map has turned out like it was of Train. I'm worried for Hard Legion, I really am. I was very impressed with their Dust 2 performance, at least that first half. It was a bit of a choke towards the end there, but they still closed it out. And you would think, Jay, that they would have come out absolutely firing on all cylinders on Overpass, and it just doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah, a lot of momentum carried forward from that second map, and you know, just being in this position now, seeing how awry it has gone for Hard Legion. And I feared that we may be seeing another similar Train result. We could be seeing a one-sided situation for the Simon side. Warps are back in for them as they are for Hard Legion, the same. Straight in for the challenge, seeing that man. Rage takes out Mo. Starts things off at least for Hard Legion, but takes a ton of damage to return, so it doesn't come without its drawbacks here. Molotov's in, not going to try and set a fast play in towards the B-bomb, so that draws some attention, maybe get a kill. Seeing Forrester, Kinky takes that kill back of his own right. Keels can trade it. 2-for-1 overall favor to the CT camp. Burst out from Neil and sees one player out of ramp. And Forrester will start pushing forward. Fiat gets that kill. Swinging from Connector from KDO turns into a 3-on-2 situation. And Simon just keeping pace, but unable to overtake Hard Legion's man advantage.
A very aggressive round from Hard Legion, always looking to find those trade frags. Even the opening start from Rage gets that opening pick. And from there, just a lot of firefights. It forces Norbert out for a sort of lurk, individual, fast play out to be. And now KDO, he's all alone, 1-on-3. There should be a third round up for the Hard Legion squad. And they've been begging for a round for quite some time, Jay.
Kill coming out for KDO. 1-on-3 clutch. You hear the player at water as well. Raid the flashbang coming through. Dr. Water of his own right. Raid the information back. AK looking on for Sviat. No idea that Bodgin's coming in from Monster. Expected to be the short play. But keep his head on a swivel though. Utility out from Monster now. We'll give the position up. Sviat's going to see the man. KDO's going to reposition. Turn his back around. Going to hear those footsteps towards the ramp position. No kill against Bodgin. Close, but no cigar. The fuse kit comes through. And there is Hard Legion with a third to the CT board.
There we are. Defuse coming through. Down to the wire there. Hard Legion. They need something. They need just some sort of momentum. And I'm not even sure what player I'm looking for on this side to sort of say, right, you need to step up. Because it just sort of seems over the course of this map, we haven't really had a star player for Hard Legion. It seems like pretty much all players, when things aren't going their way, it's been very average. And when things are going their way, everyone's stepping up.
Rebuy set in stone here. Jump face. Norbert falls away at the worst possible moment. He could have got a headshot or kill in. Only a little bit of information given up to the CT camp. It's not the worst loss in the world for Simon. Going into the 15th round, Simon would love to secure a 12-3 half, and if they can do exactly how things went down over a Train, you know, the same scoreline in the half, same opportunity for Simon going into the CT side defensive, which is on paper where they should be strongest. It's Kinky the man that opens things up on Mo though, so frag found for the Hard Legion camp. The smoke's up. And Moltov's in from the T side line. Kinky seeing the man. Norbert gets that kill to a 4-on-4 scenario. And doubles up on Sphere, edge of the smoke stuff. A bomb plant can be picked up from T-spawn and put down on the B site. It's a 4v3 advantage.
Oh, Norbert's brought this back. Norbert has done so much work, tries to take the fight onto the graffiti player, and Simon are yet to get this bomb to the site. 3-on-3. Hard Legion are looking to even try and take the fight before the bomb goes down.
Damage has been done to the likes of Simon's kneeling. Lash is evaded. Nade's also going to get out of dodge here. Backstab is coming in from the CT players, so someone better keep themselves away from Monster because Bodying could be on for a lot here. Sees one man burst through, doing damage. Is not going to kill on Kios. Forrester will take damage from Heaven meanwhile. Taps up, he gets the kill on the man in the back now. They've got to focus the war on two fronts. From Monster and from Graffiti. AK's in. Bodging going to take face out in the open. Vacadio gets one, runs out of ammo for the second. Too much pressure to handle. And the defuse will come through for Hard Legion. A fourth to that CT side build, but only just by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, just down to the wire. Very good retake indeed. And it was looking a little bit awkward there from Bodian. Forrester and Rage working together. Okay. Now, at least it's a bit of a recovery, right? It was an 11-2 scoreline. It's been 2 in a row for Hard Legion. It's not great, but going forward, they can at least be happy. They can at least be confident that, okay, we didn't get 13-2'd. We've been able to put up 4 rounds on the board. We're looking at this pistol round. This is vital. We need to get off to a good start and T. Let's fire up the players. Let's get the AKs in our hands, and let's start winning some goddamn rounds.
The key thing, winning some goddamn rounds for Hard Legion. Need to get some stuff on the board. Need to get a pistol, most importantly. If they lose that plus the conversions, then Simon will be on 14-4. And we saw how Hard Legion struggled to come back against that. Norbert standing by with the USP. Playing off contact from Keel's. Going to see them on shoulder baits. Not if Forrester's there. Crossfire set now, and Norbert's going to be the main issue out. Takes that one frag to take out the first kill. 2 more being seen, and Kato's going to hunt them down. Bomb could be dropped here in Connector as well. There's 3 players facing towards this. 2 more acting out to the B bomb site. They should have the information on where that bomb is. It crosses successfully. They also know that Forrester's out here. He gets that one headshot round to the corner, bottlenecking him in. 2 kills for the man. Not quite the third. Keels will trade it to 3-on-3, but most of wanting for the bomb planter. And he flicks towards his head. Meanwhile, from Heaven, Nealon clears out the site, and Sviat is left alone in a 1-on-3. This should be a 12th round for Simon, and Moyo will seal the deal.
What a weird and crazy round coming out from Simon. They were just everywhere. They were all over the map. And as soon as Mo drops that bomb, it's like, right, this round's ours. It's certainly ours. Hard Legion. Not the start that they were looking for going into their T side. This is very similar to Train, right? The fact that Simon put up a very good first half, and Hard Legion weren't able to get pistol, weren't able to find anything in the second, whereas for Dust 2, Hard Legion got off to a good start, but Simon found the instant response. Now, with that bomb, no bomb plan going in, it means they can't force the issue, so they're only going to upgrade. Look at the nades, Jay, the nades!
And the kills coming in against Hard Legion's line. There's no way left for this one. $1,200 for Norbert, looking for his 18. To be out left alone, and he's just going to get closed in upon here. There's just no way to escape for this man. This will be 13 in a disastrous situation, of course. For the T-side camp. Rifles will come through in the next round, but if they lose that, we're looking at match point. 13-4, and Hard Legion. This will be their last chance. This will be their last possible chance.
At least they've got the AKs. There's that much. A Galil up for Savat, and Deagle out for Rage. And a bit of a bonus round still for Simon. And Norbert could have potentially upgraded to an M4 or a FAMA if he wanted to, but he's going to stick with that SMG, try and build up the money on the CT side. Not really that important, considering that how many rounds there are left, I suppose, until they get to 16, but at the same time, they want to make sure that their economy's strong. And for Hard Legion, this actually might be a quick B-side exit.
Simon and Kato try to stop this here. They are going to make their way out. MP5 gets that 1 kill. They do overwhelm KDO though. 4 versus 3 as Mo and Norbert keep the trades going their way. One player held out towards short. Forrester will get kills next. Two more to line up. Famas only gets the one pick. Galil still there, known as a player to act upon. They're relatively low HP here for Simon. Very, very low indeed, but caught looking the wrong way. Kinky still falls. And Rage here towards short. Rotations are coming through. He knows that there's one player out bridge and graffiti area. Did he relocate to water? He relocated towards the jungle position instead. Rage, of course, does not know about this. AK here picked up by Mo. Looking to try and deal with the last player left. Is he seen? He's not. That's the Heaven control. That's the position. Actually not being seen. I thought it would go a bit more aggressive than this, but backed up. Rage playing carefully around his position, playing carefully around his shot. Back turn, seen, sprayed. Norbert takes out a 3K. And that is a magnificent round from those two. Less than 15 HP for each. That is 14-4.
They were so low. One bullet each would have done them. Oh, Hard Legion. Just when you need to get on the board. Not a single bomb plant. Not a single round in the second half. 14-4. What a dominating scoreline coming out from Simon. And you can make the exception that Hard Legion have got to stand in. But this is just them simply being outclassed on Overpass.
Much like how they were outclassed on Train. A rebuy back from HL. Going to see the AKs and Galil's coming in. 2 AKs this time. Into the mid and long positions for the Hard Legion. Set up very carefully placed here with Norbert playing close to the bathroom's entrance. But no aggressive face here from Hard Legion.
Just a walk up from long. Now they have spotted the player out towards APC, but information goes both ways. And straight away, Incendiary out toward long, slow down the execution for the T's.
Galil facing, getting that kill on Forrester. That's the first found for Simon. AK bursts through, sprays on, doing damage. Rage able to find a trade, but Kios turns on for another good pick back. Bodgin and Rage do churn back and forth. Nealon traded back, leaving it all to KDO next. Last rotator from the B bomb site, and actually Hard Legion have bought a 1 versus 2 post plant, and they're also baiting. They go back towards the B bomb site, perhaps. Bomb is dropped up towards top mid, and they are going to go towards B.
KDO reads it. KDO's going back. He realizes the play. The time is so low, and Savat is so low as well. He's going to be the first man on the entry you would expect. The low HP player. KDO's been seen. He's to line them up, but no! He only gets one, and Rage is just going to be able to clutch it out. Oh my goodness. Massive round for Hard Legion.
Yeah, clutch stuff to keep them alive. Though you could see a world in which that still worked for the CT side. Low HP and everything. To reposition down towards water would have been my kind of call there to get that pick on the bomb plant, to see that bomb get dropped. And it's like, okay, right, well, I'll take another face from a different angle. But waiting in heaven, giving up his position, giving up his life. But Simon's still with a better buy here than Hard Legion. Got an AWP and 2 M4s. I mean, they got 2 Deagles at the same time, so it kind of balances out. For Hard Legion, you've got to rest a lot on the Galil and the 2 SMGs, I should say, coming in from their camp. Fast execute will come through. Nealon does get Sviat for 1 good kill. Kato going to burn at the instant. Molotov ends up falling down as Mo gets his kill. Looks on for a bit more, drops that bomb. Rage will get a headshot. Norbert trades back on towards Bodgin, and Rage is left alone. 1 on 3. Instant response from Simon. Map and match and quarter-final point.
Here we go. Simon 1 round away from going forward in 9-5-2. I think these shots from Mo, unbelievable. Oh, just so quick.
Indeed, they are. I'm alright with the AWP looking on towards the T-Con entrance and tank nades to the face here for Simon, but that's fine. Forced back from Hard Legion, and they still have their rifles in play, more particularly the AWP. Had the control established by the Seaside forces, completely unhindered, but playing towards these short positions, they're going to hear the squeak door open. They're going to have some information to work with.
Mo's backing off. Chaos, though, what an off angle. Does 81 check this? Oh, he lets them pass. Chaos should be a couple of kills, but no more than that.
Norbert there to back him up, though. Peeks in, and all the rifles are what went down. Deagle's in, 2 AKs all get picked up. Body in Fiat, but Body in Faces gets a kill, loses a lot of HP. But still a 3-on-2 situation as Mo makes it 1. Bodgin to save the matchup for Hard Legion, giving up his position. The bomb's been dropped in mid-control. Connector presence established by the CT forces. The stand-in gonna stand up and stand out for Hard Legion, and 40 seconds to do so. Slow walking, just doesn't have time for this. Does not have time for any of this, and they've got a rough idea of where he's gonna be playing from as well. From long is the most likely thing. The rest of their bases has basically been covered or ready to face in, and gets the shot. 16-5 dominance from Simon to close out.
What we do here is go back. What we do here is go back.
A very rough matchup when it comes to how these maps are going to be played out amongst these teams.
Yeah, but at the same time, what can you really expect from LDLC? Because even though they've picked Inferno, this is the best case scenario for them. Because if you look at the statistics across the board for Endpoint, for all the maps that they've played, they have very good win percentages. 60% on Dust 2, 69% on Overpass, Train 65%. So this is their best case scenario. This is as close to a win percentage that they can get when they pick out Inferno. And the other two maps, of course, going to be very shaky, but let's see if LDLC can truly punch above their weight and still get a knockout.
Endpoint. Starting off on the CT side of Vertigo as well. We've seen quite a bit of success for teams so far on that today. Winstrike in particular looked beautiful on it. Body, meanwhile, P250 at the ready. He is, of course, one of the players that you need to chime in and come alive. If Body can come through with some great kills, and you know what, Vertigo can be somewhat buggy. Vertigo can be somewhat dependent on individuals, so maybe Body is that player. He can give it a throwback to 2016. Unfortunately,
for them.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of damage being exchanged as Afro has taken a few bullets to the body. And also body to the body. I'm sorry, I just need to be quiet now. And Thomas, meanwhile, on the CT side, has taken a headshot. Very slow round coming through. LDLC slowly making their way up the ramp. Not sure if they'll be checking Crucial anytime soon, because I think the way the CTs are set up, they will try to bait the T players away from him.
Oh. Very important kill for Body to find on swap in. Crucial will be over.
A defuse kit, armor, flashbang, I think, at this point. The best decision to make here is to save. Even then, it'll be very difficult. He is getting stormed from all angles. He's picked up a kill. Perhaps he can pick up a second, but as he's picking up the gun, he will get picked up himself. LDLC getting the first round.
Hugely important for them to be able to find that one, and Body's kills are huge. 3 kills for him all across the pistol round. The first two were the ones that opened up the bomb side. Crucial wasn't expecting someone to hard clear him out from up close and personal. I think it was really just expecting the late players on ramp to be coming in to check his position. Body's the first entry and he just goes in forward. So he's definitely caught unaware. And with that, Afro can move through, take down Surreal. Robin with a 5-7 will be next to fall. And LDLC, they're now in a 5 versus 2.
Yeah, they've got head armor, they've got Deagles. I think the best case scenario here is to potentially get exits, but I think just outright trying to save this weaponry would probably be the best. Even exits at this point would be a little too expensive for the CT side. They did buy up entirely, and that means that they want to hold on to as much as they can get.
Oh.
Mighty Max spotting a player, doesn't quite commit to throwing the nade just yet. Doesn't know if he's done damage, because that shot was quite close. And yeah, there it is. They have entirely committed to saving.
Mighty Max is, as an in-game leader, is one of those leaders who has really stepped up his tactical side, really stepped up his individual side recently as well, but we need to see that materializing on the server. So far, just a pistol round coming through. And LDLC, they will be able to get a few free rounds off the back of that. I want to see if Endpoint can actually pull anything together with a good nade stack or something on those lines. Just take a few guns out of LDLC's hands, make them sweat a little bit moving to the first gun round. Not just that, but let's not forget how incredibly difficult the double op of Endpoint can be to deal with. If Crucial and Surreal can both get their hands on one apiece. Sure, Vertigo is not really the best of map for the double op, but they can make it work for sure. Crucial really likes getting aggressive with that over towards ramp, and Surreal, he can do decently in mid as well. Crucial, unfortunately, will go down right now, though, so even if there will be any kills, they won't be adding money to his coffers.
That's just 6. That's just 6 for being taken out. Endpoint still looking to do as much damage as they can possibly get. Afro walk into the crosshairs of a Deagle on the other end, but Mighty Max will have to hit that first shot if he wants this damage to go through. Very patient game coming out from LDLC as they take their sweet time. They don't want any additional damage, and that will be ensured. Mighty Max, last man alive, in towards Alley. Bit of a game of cat and mouse, but Afro turns out to be the cat as he rips off the head of Mighty Max.
Now comes out the first full buy from Endpoint's side, though. Crucial on the AWP. No secondary op there just yet. But you want to see how he's going to be getting aggressive with it. At the same time, LDLC, they've got to realize this. 6 has actually gone for an SG, and this is surprisingly good in this map even now, because there's certain positions where you can just tap down an Opera who's peeking down early, and they've done their research. They know Crucial likes to go for those picks in towards mid early on. The double nade comes in. It's really nicely placed, and Crucial is already going to be much more defensively postured as a result of that. But Surreal takes the opportunity to aggress forward. He's found himself one. The second will soon fall. It's Robin to close body into the corner and try and clothesline him down.
Oh, Body tries to get a little aggressive, but he knows that he's just one bullet away through the smoke to fall. Robin, that aggression paying off. He's got him the advantage from what looked like it might have been the advantage for LDLC. AWP still alive and kicking in the hands of Crucial, so that'll always be something very difficult to maneuver around. Slowly making their way towards the B-bomb site. Well, actually, they're going to change their mind. Slowly be backing off. That might just be the right move, especially with the Green Goblin on the other end. But despite regardless of what bomb site they decide to go to, they will have 2 players to deal with. Question is, what is easier to hold on to? What ends up being the easier path?
At this point, it's not about ease anymore. LDLC, they are on... Hey, they've got a Molotov that could flush a player out of his position, but Afro finds Mighty Max, takes him down early. They're not expecting Thomas, and Thomas wants to get aggressive, find himself a quick pick before his teammates come over. We will see the elbow of Afro. Afro's taken down by Robin as he moved out into his aim. Sixer on that SG, trying to play anti-retake. Flashbangs and will move forward, but the CTs, they don't have much utility. Sixer's position is so difficult to deal with, they might as well just save at this point. Thomas going for the plan, defuse. Can he get it out? These players are not sticking it. Robin will be the last one to fall. And Six's SG, man, it's been doing so well from this angle when there isn't anything to flush him out.
Oh yeah, that just makes the aim duel that much easier. But Robin's still able to scrape by with the AWP in his hands. And I think this might actually come back to bite LDLC. Sure, it was a little difficult to stop him entirely and even shut him out. But with that op being saved, that's an op in the hands of Crucial, and you know how deadly that player can be. Speaking of being deadly, though, we haven't really seen that turn up just yet, but it's only been 4 rounds, with the 5th round underway. Let's see if that steps up soon.
Oh, well. Surreal is one of the players who I've seen most often getting aggressive into the lead. He loves going for those, and as I say, then I love seeing a few good one-taps from the Deagle. Crucial as well now. There comes that ramp aggression I was talking about. Comes through, shuts him down, nades forward as well. It won't do any damage, but it'll push Afro into a position where he wants to get aggressive. Afro catches him off, though. Crucial simply wasn't ready for it, and now it's all about Thomas on the Deagle. He's so good with his first bullet accuracy. He doesn't quite land this time, but he's able to get the kill nonetheless, turn it into a 2 versus 2, and the AK can be recovered if he wants to move forward. But seems like LDLC, they will just turn tail and head over towards the B bomb site, and there they go.
Yeah, that's the danger that you have to deal with when you let the enemy take an AWP away. Well, before the bomb even goes down, they're set up for the retake. Surreal taking quite a bit of damage around the generator area because of that Molotov being deployed. Gets caught around the pillar. Now it's a 1 versus 1. Haji almost gets the drop on Thomas, but that's the 1 versus 2 being won by him. Comfortable defuse, doesn't need the kit, and that 3K from Thomas is huge. Just get the ball rolling and avoid LDLC from getting to that 5-0, because regardless of how many rounds you're losing at the same time, consecutively, the CT side economy will always be a very fragile beast. It'll always be very difficult, because even the maxed out loss bonus will not be able to afford you the basic weaponry required to hold down a decent T-push.
Huge 1v2 though from Thomas, of course. Now, fast-paced play, but it comes back to bite LDLC. Mighty Max is here, and he is stomping away at their head. Sixer, with the help of a Molotov, will have a barbecued Mighty Max, so for dinner, lunch, and any other time he wants to. It seems like smoke comes out for Robin to get himself a little bit more safety on the edge of the railing. Thomas can't land that shot. A flashbang comes out. Robin will not be peeking out of the back of that. And now he does get the shot back off the safety. Crucial doesn't land the crucial shot. And a 2 versus 4. Endpoint, they are suffering because of Crucial's lack of form. He's really not showing up right now and has missed, you know, a couple of shots here and there, which are maybe a few too many already. Endpoint, despite finding the 1 round that they wanted, they can't chain a few together just yet.
Mighty Max kill there was huge, but they're unable to follow it up. Aji, meanwhile, will be making quick work of Serial towards mid. Robin found himself in this position before where he's left all alone. Manages to get a kill, but obviously his goal will be to save that AWP. Again, a peace offering being brought for Crucial.
More like a sacrifice. Crucial,
Yeah.
please.
Just take this.
And kill them all. However, that's not been something that's been materializing, and so far it has very much been Body's show. 7 kills in 5 rounds. Sign me up any day of the week. At the same time, his teammates have also been performing reasonably well. Lambert being passed over the AWP because obviously he has 7 HP, which is not great.
Listen, I'd be fine with Lambert getting the AWP even if he was on 100 HP, because sure, you might see Sixer on the AWP more often, but we've seen how crazy Lambert can be when the secondary op goes through. That being said, doesn't seem like the same here for Robin.
I have to quickly point out that Endpoint have both of their star players, and Crucial and Surreal, on 1 frag each. That's simply not enough. While on the other side, LDLC, their star players are chiming in. Afro's on 8, Body's on 7, and sure, again, 6 rounds in and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but 6 rounds, tea time, that's not very much. That's a quarter of a game, potentially. So, obviously, it means a lot. And you need these players to start coming live. Robin, with the AWP, I think he just had a good spawn, so he wants to go for the pick first and foremost before he maybe passes the off back. Will be smoked off early on, though. And Mighty Max, yet again, he's getting aggressive, you'd think. And they would get tired of it, but seems like Max is having none of that.
Yeah, but the smoke is dissipating soon. That will be exposing him. Meanwhile, though, LDLC, they've had most of their sights towards B. Rotation comes through as well from the CT side. Molotov to flush out the players, spamming away with the Deagle. Surreal barely dodging that, but he finally gets caught by the flames. Has to back off, and now LDLC realizes they know exactly where the players are on Endpoint. But the rotation will be coming through as well. It seems as if LDLC are being followed. They're being kited to the bomb site that they want to go to, but they'll always have that increased firepower. Does that work out for them, though? Robin tries to go for a quick scope, but unfortunately, Afro's finger on the trigger will be quite the sight to see.
Oh, big kill for Crucial to find, even if it doesn't really translate through to much. Thomas will fall as well. They lose the M4. They could have saved an M4 and an AWP. I don't really know why they went for this. But hey, Surreal, at least he can still save the AWP, which has apparently been brought on for generations at this point. That AWP was wielded by your great-great-grandfather. He also missed shots with it.
Well, why do you think he's not in the match anymore?
That's true. That is true. Very morbid, but true.
That's why it gets passed down very quickly, too.
Well, Surreal can he hold on to the family heirloom? Looks like it will be a little bit tough as they have been closed in from each side. And finally, it's time for the family to go shopping. Endpoint pulls something new together. The question is, was it maybe just that up? Was it bad juju? Because so far, Surreal's found 1 kill. Crucial still on 2. One of those kills not very impactful either. So you're asking yourself, when do these 2 players come alive?
Yeah, at this point you really need, I think especially Crucial to start stepping up, because when you have the power of the AWP on your hands, on Vertigo, you're in a great position to really lead your team to victory, and that's something that Crucial's done before, don't get me wrong. He's one of those players that really gets it done, but at the same time, and not being able to chime in right now might just be why there's a 6 on the side of LDLC and 1 for Endpoint. Utility being primed up, mid-control soon to be established. Crucial still able to find an angle right behind the flames. Knows it to pixel perfection where the flames will be. Now he's about to get peeked. The battle of the operas. Sixer gets tagged through the box with nothing in return. Let's get that Molotov coming through.
Well, that Molly will not really matter. Crucial hasn't given up ground towards mid too much. He knows if they're coming in for the flank. So LDLC, when they back off with a limping Opper, they're very much the losers in that trade. Flash comes in. Afro boosted up to bookshelf. Surreal is now waiting for them to come over. He himself will just be smoking himself off to give himself a bit of a one-way. Working around that, but unfortunately doesn't quite there. Afro stepping in from the side. Body and Haji both chiming in as well. A 2 versus 4, rather. But it doesn't seem like they're likely to go for this. They know that they're under so much pressure, but they also have the pressure of the economy right behind their backs. Will they go?
Yeah, I think at that point they were just hoping for the first kill to come through and then maybe think about going for the retake. But that being said, it took way too long for that first interaction to even happen. Mighty Max backing off his teammate. Maybe was hoping for an exit before he backed off, but that didn't come through. Body does go down to Mighty Max though, but will he be able to stick to this M4? That is the question. They are chasing after him. Looks like the angle too, but unfortunately for him, Afro will be the one to take his gun forward.
And LDLC are making me eat my words. They are very much dominating Endpoint. They're not letting anyone chime in whatsoever from the Endpoint side. Mighty Max, the in-game leader, is the one who's top fragging for the CT side. And that is
Especially
simply
after
not
that aggression.
acceptable. Exactly.
Generally, you expect the AWP player or the rifler that sort of has it all cut out for him, has the opportunity set up for him to be getting those frags. But Mighty Max, despite all of that aggression, he's the one that is really getting things done here. But unfortunately, he's not getting enough done. Just 1 point on the board still for Endpoint, and LDLC have cemented their foot through the door. And now they're stuck there.
I was wondering how you can cement your foot through a door. That seems like that's not how it works. However, Endpoint, no flashes to get aggressive onto ramp with either. We haven't seen them try and flash themselves through the smoke or anything on those lines either. So at this point, they're just hoping that the jump spot from Mighty Max works out well. They do get some good information, smoke themselves off. Afro's taking down Robin. And the A-bomb site is very much open for business, but Crucial is not a very welcoming host. Both him and Mighty Max chime in with a kill apiece, a 4 versus 3. And LDLC have been forced to hold their horses and their AKs very close to their hearts to make sure that Endpoint can't recover either one of them. Nades flying through. And how do they play this out?
Saving grace being that they have the weaponry advantage, but Lambert, oh, he gets the first kill, gets the second one as well, and that's the Deagles being obliterated. Still a 2 versus 3, so not entirely out of the question, and with only 20 seconds on the clock, they need to get this bomb down fast. If the bomb can be interrupted, then perhaps the round is theirs for the taking. Oh, the nade is primed as well. Bomb plant finally goes through, and I think they want to capitalize on the situation. Thomas comes down swinging, but eventually it comes down to Haji, who's able to pick up Surreal and get the 8th round on the board for LDLC. Very good stuff from Thomas with his acrobatics and all, but unfortunately that was all for show, and LDLC still managed to get the round. Little unfortunate too, because they played that to perfection with the exception of Haji going back a little bit.
Well, Endpoint. Not Sex, oops. Endpoint will have Crucial fall down early on. 6 will be the one to take him down. However, I always make this mistake at least once a broadcast whenever I'm broadcasting Endpoint because of their CEX sponsor. But anyhow, 4v5 and Endpoint are already in a bad place. Molotov flies in, well placed, will be forcing them back just a little bit. But now you're slightly starting to see Endpoint maybe a little bit caught in tatters. They don't know how to deal with this LDLC ramp push that's coming in time and time again.
Yeah, and even when they do have the opportunity to fight back with it, it's often with some lacking utility. They don't have head armor, perhaps they don't have an AWP. So it's always really an uphill battle, and Haji will be making that still much steeper as he picks up 2 kills. Tries to go for the third, but Mighty Max is there for 1. Unfortunately, though, Afro immediately brings it back to a 1 versus 4. Surreal. What can you even do off of that boost? And then AWP is scoped in on that position. 9-1. LDLC, 1 round away from double digits. And Endpoint, on the other hand, one round.
This is one of those days for Endpoint, isn't it?
No, let me tell you exactly what it is. It's called a 2-week break.
The dangerous 2-week break. Well, maybe this is Endpoint getting the rust off of their shoulders, but LDLC are very happy to keep that oxygen flowing through to the iron. 6 all but the ready down in mid. He didn't find too much success with it before. This time though, he's also not really going to find that kill. Dink down through a wall, but he only takes 2 points of health for that one. Thank you, Concrete. Afro to eliminate Mighty Max in the meanwhile.
Ooh, nice little kill from Robin. But the sad part is, Endpoint, they're able to get those Deagle kills, sure. They're able to get a few refrags here and there. It's not like they're entirely done for in terms of kills when it comes to the scoreboard, but that doesn't seem to be materializing on the scoreline that matters. LDLC very much on the verge of getting double digits. There is no mistake to be made here. With this weaponry advantage, I think they're well on their way. Speaking of being on their way, though, they're now going to the B-bomb site. Surreal playing off of that bookshelf, potentially trying to get his crosshair onto the head of the incoming player, but Afro will be the one to do that first. Surreal is able to get the refrag, though. Quite a bit of damage being done. Eventually gets put down through the bookshelf. Flank coming through, but unfortunately, Crucial is spotted out. 3 players still alive to the B side, and it will be oh so difficult. Well, the B side have a flank of their own.
Maybe just save Crucial. You've been given saved ops by your teammates all across this game. Why don't you give them something as well? Come on, Crucial. He's thinking about it. Yes. That's the team spirit right there. He knows he can't really go for the 1 versus 3. And now...
What a half already.
I mean... You say what a half. I don't even know about that. I think
this is 1/3 of the game.
Yeah. If not potentially less. Or more. Yes, more. That's how fractions work.
Oh yeah.
10-1. And all my confidence in Endpoint has come back and given me a kick in the shin.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Still no double up coming out from Endpoint. Seems like they don't really want to go for that at this stage, and who can blame them? Their ops haven't been having the most success, even with 1. So why double it up at that point? You've got to see something change from them very soon. Preferably hitting shots would be one of them. And Surreal comes out alive, gets that first kill. Body is aggressed upon and brought down, but Surreal trades a lot of HP for that. That means Crucial will be coming back into that B-bomb site. Seems like Crucial's actually been navigating completely away from A. Afro will be happy to capitalize off of that navigation as it is quickly brought back to a 3 versus 3 with CTs being incredibly low.
That HP might just come into play because you have to keep in mind there's 2 AKs. Lambert wins the first duel in the mid connector, and Haji is there to follow it up with a second. 1 versus 3, brought to 0 as Sixer picks up the kill on Robin. 11-1, man, LDLC have really been going ham this game. Afro on 19 kills, 5 deaths. Just, I would say that he's carrying his team, but what can you really say here when you're going 11-1? Everybody's just destroying Endpoint entirely. Now, I'm starting to think, what does Endpoint need to do to start clawing their way back in? That's the question.
Win Inferno.
That's a nice way of putting it, but I meant maybe a little more of a short-term solution.
That is the short-term solution. But hey, I'm not going to write them off entirely. I'm going to write them off a little bit, but not entirely. If Endpoint can get their way up to 4 rounds, probably 3 still a little bit short of what you want. 3 rounds, maybe they can bring it all the way back. But now Endpoint, they need Surreal to come alive. They need these PCs to come alive. They really need to be able to run away with this particular round where they're not allowed at all. LDLC, meanwhile, they're comfortable. They're sitting down. They're having a cup of tea. They're having crumpets. I think that's the French thing. No, wait. It's croissants that I'm confusing it with. But anyhow.
It's okay if you stop right there.
It's all right. Food is always nice to have. That's the point. Crucial. Backs off. Unfortunately, he had a chance to potentially take down Body before he crossed over, but I don't even know if he's got the information of Body being nearby on the flank yet. Body will be taken down though. Surreal and Crucial find 2 initially. Lambert here to hold the charge, and he will also fall, turning things into a 2v4.
This is where the stars have really aligned. Some whiffs coming out. That might just be the window of opportunity that they needed. But 2 of the players are so low, so this retake might still be a little difficult. Starting to move in. But the smoke, that makes it so much harder. Afro one to contact them, gets to kill Sixer. Now trying to play off of these angles. One player walking into his crosshairs, and that just leaves a 1 versus 1. Mighty Max looking for the kill. Quickly tries to tap the bomb through the defuse. Sixer comes out wide, hits that shot, and that's the 12th round on the board. Despite getting those early 3 kills, the 4 versus 2 still doesn't end up materializing, and that is something that, honestly, I have no words for. I get it, you're on pistols, but at the same time, LDLC, they've just been wreaking havoc all across the board.
13 rounds in, no one on Endpoint on double digits as far as their kills go. Unfortunately, this is Endpoint not just dropping the ball, but kicking it off of the goddamn skyscraper.
Yeah, Vertigo is very fitting for that.
Mighty Max nestled away inside the smoke, waiting for Afro to push through, but Afro and Body will take him down. They've been getting that kill every single time. Body the one now entering onto the ramp as he finds two. A 5 versus 3 with so much utility still there for the terrorist side. Endpoint. They are being absolutely dominated by LDLC.
Yeah, they don't seem to catch a break, and now LDLC, they're moving into the A-bomb site. And even now, they have the numbers advantage. Crucial's on the op, so maybe he can get something done off of that. But he has the responsibility of holding down the line, holding down the flank, and also being ready for the potential of them going B. LDLC, though, they're taking their sweet time. They still have 45 seconds on the clock, but that's Robin getting a player. Body, meanwhile, lucky for him, he's able to immediately get the refrag. LDLC not showing their cards entirely just yet. Bombs still being dropped, and now 2 smokes have been thrown towards B. LDLC quickly making their way back as Body cleans house towards the A-bomb site, and Surreal has been faked off. This works perfectly. The bomb should comfortably get planted. I mean, he was gonna go for a save anyway. They just guided him to the light.
Surreal also has to go for this. That's the problem. You don't have a buy in the next round anyway. Haji takes him down immediately. 13-1. We could feasibly see a 16-1 come through at this point.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I had faith in LDLC, but not this much faith. I'll be honest.
I didn't have faith in LDLC. I had this much faith in Endpoint.
Yeah, honestly, this seems like the scoreline you'd expect for Endpoint, but LDLC just completely knocking it out of the park as far as this game goes.
Yeah. They're doing really well as well. It's not just Endpoint making mistakes, it's the fact that LDLC have been getting these kills towards ramp every single time, and so much of that comes off the back of Afro, who we have to keep an eye out on again. Mighty Max has been going for this boost many times over. This time might just be caught out. Afro's ready for him. Mighty Max, though, nades forward. Afro has to be careful. Mighty Max will be aggressing soon enough, but Afro reveals his position. That'll be that. The B-bomb site is the destination for LDLC's flight right now, and Haji, well, he wants to fly right into Surreal.
Haji, he's picked up the first kill. Robin immediately responds. And that's LDLC again with the advantage. Sure, Body's on low HP, but that also means that Endpoint will have vulnerabilities in their defenses. Losing a player on the CT side is that much more... the way I'd put it is impactful.
Worrying.
Oh yeah, that too. I think they've already worried enough, though. I think that is already out of their system when they're down 13-1. I think at that point, the adrenaline is just so high, it doesn't feel like anything anymore. There's just numbness.
LDLC setting up for an executor. It all comes down to Mighty Max. But Mighty Max finds the first. Can he find more? No. Sixer will fall. But Thomas, after trading away for his team, and it's now a 2 versus 3 with 10 seconds on the clock. Could this be the magical round where Endpoint brings it all back together, or is Sixer going to come through with a 1v3? The nade answers the question, and at the very least, it won't be a 16-2.
Well, time for a shout out. As quick as this game has been so far, Unicorn has the most CSGO betting option in the world. Join Unicorn today and you could get 80 euros of bets from a 20 euro deposit. Bet on yourself in CSGO pubs, bet on pro teams, or get fresh esports matches 24/7, even when events are offline. Unicorn won Esports Bookmaker of the Year in 2019. Find out why today with your 300% first deposit bonus using code RELOG, RELOG, and now we're back to the game.
Well, they like New Year resolutions, they're not always really going to matter. Nade flies in, doesn't really do any damage, although Lambert could have potentially gotten a bit more in if that went out slightly earlier. And it seems like this 5v5 retake is on.
Lambert getting the first pick. That is the openings being made for the LDLC side. They've already picked up 2, and it's going to be that much easier to get the bomb defused. The T's holding on to their horses. They're not peeking out just yet. They're not sure if the defuse is still going on. Sixer picks up a kill, and now they have to stick to this defuse. Lambert holding on to it as he relies on his teammates to save him, but there it is. With just 3 players. Well, could they have held down the line? No, Haji panics, and he's going to leave the defuse. As I was saying, Endpoint, with only 3 players, they've picked up the round, and it's honestly way too early to say whether or not they've opened the door for themselves.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We just wait. It's like Macbeth. Fortunately, though, we do have a player on Endpoint now finally breaking double digits. It is Robin to get there on 11, and I won't say that he's been having a particularly stunning performance, but at the very least, he's been, having a performance. LDLC on their CT side. The question is, can you continue your own performance? Because let's also keep in mind that as much as I'm praising LDLC and I am putting Endpoint down, Afro's been having the half of a lifetime. You don't just get 22, 23 kills like that in no other way. And that's such a scary proposition to potentially get trapped in, which is that when the half resets and your momentum and how you're used to playing resets, that can be very scary. Now, Body, he can also be very scary, but he misses his second shot, and the Deagle won't be able to capitalize. Mighty Max comes in to the side, finds himself 1. Thomas is there for further trades, and Mighty Max will continue forward, bombing away money with the Mac 10. And although another Mac 10 is picked up by Lambert, it's actually not quite going to be him pushing forward. I thought Lambert might want to deny the bomb plant. Instead, he's got an aggressive after it's already down. And Haji is left in a 1 versus 2. East side needs to be careful because they're both in risky territory. Mac 10 now picked up. Haji smoking himself off. Looking to push through smoke. Surreal is caught out, but lives with 6 points of HP. It really didn't look like he was going to win that duel.
Yeah, if LDLC had won that round, that would be goodbye to any chances of bringing it back. At the very least, the one thing they can hope for, the one thing that they can play off of, is the fact that maybe Afro doesn't pop off anymore because of as you said, the reset and all, and the fact that they can slowly start to snowball the CT side economy to the point where they can't really buy up too many rounds. That being said, LDLC quickly going for a push with pistols, but T's are very wise to what's about to happen. Robin is farming some money real quick. Playing a cute little flash game about farming. Should pretty much just be a throwaway round for the LDLC side.
Pretty much. Sixer maybe he can get a kill. No, he can't. So Endpoint takes it away. 5 rounds on the board for them, and they're still in a position where their players are performing slightly better. Robin on the T side now up to 15. On the other side,
if
Afro,
anything, it's much prettier than 13-1.
It's much prettier than 13-1. That is true. 13-5 is significantly prettier than that. Now, LDLC do have out their double op setup. The one that we were expecting from Endpoint will instead be showcased in the hands of the French team. LDLC really like going for this, and a lot of that comes down to, like you said, Lambert's proficiency with the weapon. Sixer needs to be careful because he might not realize Mighty Max is already on the right side, but he's backed off the utility, which is why He could still potentially push through from the sidelines. Afro is there to intercept. He's gone for this very same push so many times over that you're hoping he should be able to take it away. And it's coming over to him. He takes down Crucial initially, though. And with that, Sixer knows it's his time to start getting jiggy with it. But he's been brought down. Mighty Max entering onto the bomb site will be the one to get the kill.
Sixer not hitting that shot might just change the dynamic of this push entirely. Thomas has been able to creep up close, and now Afro is there to hold down the line alone. The rotation hasn't come through just yet, and they're entirely relying on Afro to pull something out of the bag here. So up close and personal to the bomb site. But the Molotov, all of that attention will eventually make him back off. He's waiting for the rotation to come through, and now this is where the bomb eventually gets planted. The CT side do have a Molotov, but with that smoke being deployed, it'll be that much harder to deny it. Retake. Oh, I don't think they... Are they going to go for this retake? Maybe LDLC plays this safe the way they've been. But with the way the utility is lined up, it does seem like they're starting to go for it. Oh, what am I looking at? Lambert, he's picked up the kill on Thomas. Suddenly being brought down to a 4 versus 3. Somewhat of a doable prospect, but these positions from the CT, from the terrorists are going to be so much more difficult. Smoke rolls out. He's on the defuse, but it's a 10-second defuse. It'll be so difficult to protect him for that amount of time, but Mighty Max has been picked up as well, and the defuse should come in from LDLC on the most unlikeliest of rounds. That could be the end for Endpoint.
On the bright side, Endpoint still have a buy. They could still, technically claw their way back into it. LDLC lost quite a bit of their weaponry as well. So CT economy still at the cusp of being broken. It's a very brittle economy right now. So although they have a full buy with full utility, quite a few kits, quite a bit of head armor, which I will perpetually raise my eye at, even though in Vertigo it's more excusable, it's still going to be a very rough road back for Endpoint. Potentially they reset the CT side economy. Potentially they can bring things back, but LDLC after that retake, oh, things get dicey.
Yeah, any chance they had, it's been further diluted. See what they can get done here towards ramp. Mighty Max, first man in, waiting for the AWP pick to come through, but he'll actually be the man to get the job done himself. Body has been picked up, the boost position is flared, and now Afro, he's been so good towards the A-bomb site. He's gotten picked towards ramp. He's done so much work on either side. Can he hold down this push? Endpoint not committing to anything just yet. They're taking their time. They're waiting for the CPs to reposition, waiting for the vulnerabilities to expose themselves, and now the utility truly starts to come through.
Crucial and Mighty Max holds ready low. Flashbang is there. Afro is as well, and he's got himself 3, 4. The 5th will be stolen by Sixer, but Afro, what a hold. And where I was worried about the half switch coming in, maybe taking away some of that sick form that we've seen so far, Afro is very much ready to take everyone and everything down. Look at those 4 kills. Beautiful stuff.
What did I just watch? I'm sorry. I was very taken aback by the fact that he was able to get 3 quick kills, and even that one last kill on the opposing angle, just beautifully done. And what can you do about mechanics like that? At some point, because get it done in the second map, and Lambert, he wants to end this map as fast as possible. He's picked up 2 kills, and it comes down to a 3 versus 3. AWP being picked up, the AK being picked up, and now Endpoint are slowly backing off. They're resetting the space. But I think Mighty Max might just want to go for a pick here. Endpoint, hoping for a flank to come through. They want that saving grace. They want that light at the end of the tunnel, but at best, they might just be able to find a bit of a flashlight that's running out of batteries. Ooh, Endpoint. Going to be very tough for them. They don't have much to work off of, but Haji being flashed, never mind. Body is still there. Haji eventually recuperating from the flash in his eyes, picks up the 2nd kill, and that just leaves Mighty Max, the in-game leader, has 1 kill, has the AWP in his hand, goes for the fake to try to bait out the position. Haji exposing himself. Now he just has 1 more player to worry about. There it is. The info comes through, and now it all comes down to playing the train game. Picks up the first kill, unfortunately, though. The second
Thank you.